What's up, all you witty whiskey or crazy capitalists, witty whiskey enthusiasts? Did it backwards. It's opposite day today. Welcome to the Whiskey Capitalist podcast. I'm Ian.
And I'm Shawn.
And make sure you like, share, subscribe, follow all the things, comment down below. It would be below, maybe on the side. I don't know how it works on your phone. But do it right now. Do it right now. Send us a comment. We'll read it and we'll, make fun of you or agree with you. Either one. MMA Nut, send me things and I'll disagree with it. It's fine.
Yeah, that's what we do here. We fight with MMA Nut.
Yeah, exactly. It's just eternally disagreeing with MMA Nut, but still liking him as a person.
We like him a lot. That's why.
He's a great dude. You can be wrong and still a great person. Go to solo.to/thewhiskeycapitalist for all of our links and ways to stay up to date with us. Go to bit.ly/thewhiskeycapitalist merch for our fully stacked merch store. All right, today, let's see where's my thing? Where's my penis? I mean, where's my thing?
Your bananas.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, damn it. There we go. I had it up. I'm having a difficult time getting it up.
There's pills for that.
Yeah, I know. So today we are discussing Katie Hobbs certifying herself as the new governor of Arizona, which shouldn't be able to happen, right? She's a Secretary of State.
Yeah. I mean, when you are doing your own election, you're supposed to recuse yourself from being able to count the votes and whatnot. But apparently that's allowed in Arizona. Apparently, you didn't have to do that. So therefore, she was able to appoint herself.
Arizona is a beautiful, fucked up state.
I am king of Arizona. I self-appointed myself king of Arizona.
Yep. Well, I after visiting there, it's great. It's a great place. It's just there's some fucked up shit. But I mean, I also live in California, so who am I talking? Who am I talking about? So we also break out the new information that came out yesterday from Elon Musk and Matt Taibbi regarding the Twitter files, which exposed the corruption between the FBI and the former Twitter heads. So James Baker, former FBI general counsel, was involved, who was involved with the Steele dossier, the Alpha server, and the Russian collusion hoax, just to name a few. He was involved as Twitter's deputy general counsel, senior counsel, one of them things.
A lot of titles. A whole lot of titles.
Exactly. He basically was running background for the FBI. So he resigned from the FBI and then he was hired on by Twitter. I see that as just reassigned, but that's me. So that's why we got what we did in the beginning. Evidently he was personally vetting the Twitter files himself without Elon Musk knowing. Then we didn't get everything we were supposed to, even on the first ones. And on these second ones, they realized Matt Taibbi or Bari Weiss was the one who realized that that his name was all over everything. And she's like, wait a second, like that James Baker? And they're like, yeah, so he's fired now. But
yeah, I'm glad that you were following a lot of that because I was trying to find the stuff at first. Even it really is the most convoluted way of trying to get the information out there for the Twitter files, through tweet. Talk about one of the hardest things, one of the mediums, because we're talking about a minimum of 280 characters.
Yeah.
And then you have to reply to yourself and then just to keep the thread going. But then if you don't release it all at the same time, it's you have to keep refreshing and going back. What a pain in the ass.
Well, I mean, you just push the plus button on your tweet.
Yeah, you just do that, and then you just keep on adding on to it. But for whatever reason, when the first set of Twitter files were coming out, it was one tweet every 5 minutes.
It was?
Yeah, it didn't all just come out at once. It was one at a time.
Oh, well, I don't wake up until 15 minutes ago during the day. So I woke up and I was like, oh, it's all there. So there's positives and negatives to waking up late and going to bed late. Anyways. Wait, if you play Monopoly with Kenny Hobbs, don't let that bitch be the banker. Yeah, serious. Oh, have I been missing these awesome comments?
Well, it was just like MMA Nut came in. He's like, "What's up, guys?" So like, yeah, right out the gate, we already mentioned MMA Nut because we were they were just gonna end up disagreeing about something later.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
Good
Trevor,
evening. How are you doing, sir? Oh yes, the only way we will accept them is if they are in either an ice chest cooler, a wheeled ice chest cooler, or a radio flyer wagon. All right,
and they all have to be Democrat, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only way. But it was a free and fair selection ever.
And well, Katie Hobbs was like split. If she was to play banker in Monopoly, it's like one for you, one for me, and one for the banker. One for you, one for me, one for the banker.
Exactly.
And
there's no way that she would immediately just own the boardwalk. We also discuss and all the utilities. We
railroad, damn it.
yeah, exactly. My electricity, are you serious? Yeah, bitch, give me money. What was it say? Yeah, exactly. So you already read that. Okay, cool. My dad's one.
Yep, we were already there.
Cool. I'm dumb. I barely had enough coffee, guys. I just woke up.
And Ian's steering the ship today, guys. So we're all in for a treat.
It should be fun. I have my glasses on again. I just got them back, so at least I look smart.
Yeah.
We also
I'm going for.
Yeah, exactly. We also discussed the latest interview that took place between Gavin McInnes and Kanye West, because we are now an Elon Musk and Kanye West channel. That's what we talk about.
I was literally thinking about this before we even started the show today. I'm like, man, I feel like for the past 2 weeks it's just been nothing but like Liver King, and then it was like nothing but Kanye or Yay news. News.
It was Alex Stein, Elon Musk, Kanye West, Liver King. Like that's
rinse
what we
and wash and repeat. And I kind of feel that like it's kind of getting old. It's getting stale to me. But like there's always new things happening. At this point, I think Kanye's got to like burn down a church or something to be like bigger news.
Yeah, it's like how are you gonna top your latest antics?
How do you do that?
I mean, he already made Alex Jones speechless.
Yeah, he made Alex Jones uncomfortable, which is like really weird.
That's a fucking feat in its own, dude. That should be a Guinness Book of World Records. How long did Alex Jones not talk during your interview, bro? Fuck you. The next sentence, great. We have Alex Stein's latest troll, a discussion about the Philly gas station owner that hired armed private security because he was tired of the constant violent crime, which I don't know. Have you read too much into that? Do you know about that?
I saw the video clip as to what happened, but I don't know like all the ins and outs. So
okay. I figured since it was, your state,
but yeah, there was a lot of shit going on in Pennsylvania as of lately. There was just like a shooting like right down the street from here. But like, again, when it comes down to the evidence or like the stories of what happens, it's like, oh, okay, a couple of high school kids, apparently drug deal that's gone bad because if there's no like if the person who gets shot, isn't giving you any information or no one's giving you any information as to who did the shooting, you have to assume gang related and or anything similar to that with like when it comes to drugs and crime.
Yeah. So Shawn lives in the hood, guys.
Yep.
And we also have Cav's Tab gives free shots. We also have some funnies for y'all.
We're doing shots.
What?
Are we doing shots?
No, I said Cav's Tab has.
Oh, I thought you wanted to do shots. I was like, all right, I can do shots, but
no free shots because
fine. I know it's a joke. Double entendre. Hey,
yay. That's probably wrong. What Alex Jones is like, dude, what the fuck? You went too far. Yeah, or it's great fucking content. Which that's what I'll go with. All right. Well, tonight. Oh yeah, we already went through what we're gonna talk about.
Now it's time to do the intro, buddy.
Is there anything specific you'd like us to talk about? We are not talking about Liver King, MMA Nut. It's not happening.
Sorry, we might lose a follower now because we're not going to talk about it for one episode.
Yeah. I know that in here it is written that if you put it in the comments, we will talk about it. But I have to go against it. We're not talking about Liver King.
Trevor's waiting for me to add the O to Cavs Tavo.
Yeah, dude, fucking at least put like a little one, or just do the Homer Simpson donut. Yeah, there we go.
It's Cavs tab. Oh,
Do the like the Homer Simpson little donut.
no.
Yeah, exactly. Dope. All right. Well, with that, here we go.
Who else in the level crowd say yeah?
Look at that big, juicy booty.
Hot like a tamale.
Be offended. Do you love black people? Negro.
You know the thing.
Here, next.
Don't be rude. You ain't black.
Shawn Cav.
You're going to have a flame coming out of your butthole.
Heartfelt.
A man and a woman.
Okay. So
So Trevor meant the 2 new signs actually that he gave me. I was over at his place this past week, and he gave me 2 really cool Budweiser signs, which I am actually really excited about adding. One of them's like this decent size. It's probably about yay big, like a neon of a Bud Light,
as
and
tall as Kanye, it's yay big.
it's yay big, Kanye big, and and then the other one is another Budweiser one, but it's like a really, really old one that was like his grandfather's, and who knows how long his grandfather had it before that. It was like it's like 30 fucking pounds. It's really heavy. It's glass. It's got like the Clydesdales on the front of it, and so it's and it works too, believe it or not. I just don't trust plugging it in because it looks like a fucking fire hazard. If you look at this cable, it's all frayed and covered in duct tape and whatnot, and like something. You know what? I think I'm just gonna tape up the cord and just be. I'm not gonna plug it in. It's just gonna be like a cool antique piece in like the on the wall. But that's about it. That's where that ends.
It's fucking cool. Oh, how did I know? Oh, it's a shame because I found some stuff. Liver was a pharmaceutical salesman and made crazy money right in the first wave of opioid crisis. Just saying. Interesting. Well,
that's probably where he got his money to do his all his supplements and whatnot. His startup money.
Maybe that's where he learned about a lot of things.
Oh.
Not everything is a conspiracy, okay? I know you're on the Whiskey Capitalist, and we both like Alex Jones and Gavin McInnes and all these people, but not everything's a conspiracy, all right?
I left my tinfoil upstairs, but
yeah, exactly. Q does not run this show.
We really should have a tinfoil hat episode where we just wear tinfoil hats and talk about conspiracy theories.
So our Rumble only episode?
Well, I guess, but unless we acknowledge it's a conspiracy theory episode.
If that's yay big, I can't imagine how big Pete Davidson is.
That's an ego killer for yay.
Yeah, that is. I mean, I heard he's packing. I've not seen his penis, but
it sounds like but okay, let's move on.
Okay, real quick, I just saw this when I was sending people messages of like, hey, watch my face and listen to my voice on the internet. I was sending them links, and I found this. It said, Congressional Committee announces investigation into AOC. Don't know what this is about. It literally just happened. It said breaking. I was like, all right. There's AOC is under congressional investigation. The House Ethics Committee announced in a statement Wednesday afternoon. The acting chairwoman and acting ranking member of the Committee of Ethics have jointly decided to extend the matter regarding Representative AOC, which was transmitted to the committee. Yada yada. The statement said that the mere fact of a referral or an extension and the mandatory disclosure of such an extension and the name of the subject of the matter. Jesus Christ, because they make them words.
Oh my God, is this a Dr. Seuss book? What the fuck is going on?
Does not itself indicate that any violation has occurred. Wait, huh?
You know, this sounds like to me. This sounds like a super white collar crime, to where it's like you have to like read in between the lines of something that she may have accidentally broken the law.
Legalese. I think we're getting to the reasons here. Ocasio-Cortez was the subject of 2 complaints submitted to the committee last year over her attendance at the Met Gala. The New York Post reported. Oh, before going to the Met Gala.
Eat the rich.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know. It's just stupid. Why didn't she eat any of the people at the Met Gala?
I know. You talk a big game and then you just didn't. You ate a salad. Pussy.
Dahmer would be disappointed. One complaint alleged that Ocasio-Cortez violated rules because she accepted free tickets to the event. I can understand that. Being in government, you're not supposed to accept free things like that. I mean, you can make millions of dollars if your last name is Pelosi, but getting free things. which would normally be allowed if it was a charity event and the tickets were provided by the organizers, the report said. However, the Post noted that the group that filed the complaint alleged AOC should not have been allowed to accept that the ticket because invitations are controlled by a for-profit company and tables at the event are similarly sponsored by corporate entities. Weird. So she was because the Democrats they used to be against corporatism and against the big wigs and the elites and all that stuff, or at least in public saying that, and she's one of them. So there we go. I mean,
Come on. We already saw the hypocrisy in her before when she first wore the Eat the Rich dress, and then it's like, oh wait, if you go to AOC.com, what do you see there? You see in her store, she has a store there, by the way, where it's Eat the Rich, it's the Green New Deal, all shirts and sweatshirts, and the shirts are $40 to $50. The sweatshirts are $60 to $80. None of this stuff is cheap. And you're not for the people. You're making elitist kind of clothing line of your for the people deals that you have going, or bills that you have that were in Congress at one point. So the whole thing is just so ironic. It's so ironic that she was eat the rich while I become rich off of you.
Yes. And we agree about something, MMA Nut. AOC and Hassan Abi are the worst fake shills out there.
You are correct, sir. Yes.
Yes, you are. They are. Don't get me started on Hassan.
Hassan Piker.
Yeah, fucking Cenk Uyghur's fucking shitty little cousin or whatever.
Oh, no, I kept on thinking of Sam Hyde after Sam Hyde's a boxing match, and he's like, "Who do you want to challenge?" He's like, Hassan Piker, I'm going to kill you. You didn't hear that? Oh no! Oh man, you got to look that up right now. Right now, just search Sam Hyde, and then just I forget what the name of the boxing thing was called, but it was he threatened to kill Hassan Piker. It's you mean, and the ref tries to cover up for it. It's you mean in the ring? No, I'm going to go to his home in LA and wear his skin like a coat. It was oh my god. And Hassan Piker watched the video, somebody sent it to him, and you saw in his face, he's oh shit, this guy is insane. I wouldn't want to upset Sam Hyde. That guy's big.
I'm looking.
You'll find it on Twitter and that. I could probably find it.
You'll probably be able to find it quicker than I am because.
Okie dokie. Let me look for it real fast while you talk about something.
I'm going to talk about the Toyota-thon, evidently. Come on, Toyota-thon. I don't care. Oh, evidently, Twitter file day 3 just came up. Oh. Will Elon Musk deliver? The quartering is live right now.
Here it is. It's a YouTube short, but that's perfect. Hold on. How do I pause that? Okay. I'm gonna refresh it.
Yes, Trevor. This is why you watch the show, to watch two idiots search the internet and talk shit.
Stop it. Oh, I gotta give it permission. Yes, you can. Oh my goodness. Hold on. New laptop. Hold on.
I have it.
You do?
Yes. Here we go.
So then share the audio.
Oh, it's not sharing the audio?
Oh my goodness, I have it.
God, how many idiots does it take to share a fucking video on a live stream?
Hold on, here we go. You ready?
Yes.
Oh, you know it's lad.
Can you hear it?
You know that Hassan Piker? I'm coming to kill you in Los Angeles at your house. Or in the ring. No, in real life. I'm going to stalk him and become obsessed with him and wear his makeup and his dresses and use his skin as a coat like the ancient Irish did. Well, that's your winner, son.
Well, that's your winner.
Whoa, that's your winner. That was a fucking Alex Jones moment if I've ever heard it.
Well, that's your winner, everybody.
MMA Nut, we probably agree on a lot, just not Liver King. Yeah, exactly. My problem with him is because I'm in the training fitness scene and him using suicide suicide. Makes my blood boil because my big brother took his life. Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what? And it had to do with fitness, and it won't stop. No more Liver King talk. LOL. Sweet. We're good. We got that out of the gate.
Yay. It's all done.
Wait. All right, cool. Studio audience back here. You guys just can't see them. So what are we talking about first?
We totally got sidetracked when it came to that. I'm sorry I got us off the rails with Sam Hyde.
No, it's fine. I mean, I started off the show with something that's not even on the list, the AOC shit. So that's
that was just current events.
I don't
care. Let's start with you want to go over I saw the Kanye interview with Gavin. We could talk about that real quick.
Do you have any of it recorded?
I have the clip that they've been sharing. So there's a clip that they Censored's been sharing, and the reason
Who is they?
Who's they? Well, it's actually Gavin's brother Kyle actually shared this clip, but the reason I'm sharing this one is because it's publicly on Twitter. They have the interview only for subscribers on censor.tv currently, and I think it was Hassan that got his Twitch account taken down, but I think it's mostly because they don't like Hassan.
Yeah,
because he was, I guess he streamed the interview on his Twitch account, and I guess what happened was Ryan, the producer for censored.tv or Gavin's network, he did a copyright claim, and then I guess Twitch just said oh fuck it, well then we're gonna take him down. And it's whoa, well that they didn't want to do that. They didn't mean to they didn't want to ban the fucking dude. All they wanted to do was you can't share our content because this is subscriber only material.
Well, yeah, and the Hassan's buddy Ethan Klein just said some more spicy shit on his on his live stream with Hassan
in reference to Kanye, or
no. He was talking about Christians, and he was talking about Jesus, and said if he was still alive right now, I'd put him up on the cross and do some other shit. Yeah, I'll look that up since we're talking about
Jesus Christ, what's wrong with people?
Yes, that Jesus Christ. That's who he's talking about.
That's the guy we're talking about. Thank goodness.
I'm personally offended.
Well, all right, so let me pull this up real quick. So this is the clip that they were sharing. Now, the initial thing you have to know going into this was that when Gavin went to go and interview Ye, he went out to LA to try and talk. Let me shrink this up real quick. This is the way we can just talk first before I share it. He went out there to try and talk Ye off the ledge almost, and realize hey, listen, almost like an intervention. You can't go down this rabbit hole of racial persecution because there's no end game to this. You are going to go and dig yourself into such a hole that you can't get yourself out of. You can't do this. He went there.
I was in Kim Kardashian's hole. I can get myself out of any hole.
Well, this is a pretty deep social hole. How about that?
You just had an Alex Jones though. You just
well, is this even Ian I'm talking to right now? Anyway, God, just don't do an Elmo voice because I'm the only one that can do that one, right?
Yes, anyway, no, I'm better at it. That's why I'm saying. No, I'm just kidding.
Anyway, so he went out there to try and talk some sense into the guy, and when they do this whole interview, you could tell even how uncomfortable Gavin was getting with some of the things that Kanye was saying. I don't think that there's much saving this guy at this point. If you have people who are already been ostracized by society, who are uncomfortable to be around you, Alex Jones, Gavin McGinnis, these people, they have a lot of I don't know, you want to call them spicy takes. To me, it seems like a lot of common sense to me, but
said in a spicy way.
Said in a spicy way. Thank you. Perfectly said. So, I don't know. It's there's not much left for you. Then you can't go on The View. You can't go on any kind of talk shows. You're not gonna. Your career is kind of hitting a halt if these people can't reach you.
It's Alex Jones and Gavin McGinnis are jalapenos that got all the seeds taken out. It's said they're spicy, but they're really not that spicy.
All right, so check it out because again, like Gavin always talks from like from a place of common sense, in my opinion. But like
I love his plaid suit.
Oh, I know he's like one of the most stylish motherfuckers out there. Like
I don't like plaid at all.
Yeah, well, like, I love all his suits. He's got a great style. Now, here's the clip with him and Kanye, and this is a great point that he brings up too. I'll just let him state it.
This sort of ethnomasochistic cultural suicide tend not really to be Jewish. I call them ginos, Jews in name only. It's liberal elite whites you should have a beef with.
Yeah, but I lump them all in together. That's what I did. That's
good.
That's why the tweet said that, Jewish people.
Okay.
Why is Nick
But
so far
this
away?
trait, like, blacks are overrepresented in violent crime. But when you meet an individual black person, you don't apply that. You start with a fresh slate every time you meet someone. Do you do that with Jews?
Nope.
This intervention isn't going very well.
So, how uncomfortable is that?
You see the uncomfortable laughter in Gavin because, like, I've watched enough Gavin McInnes clips. Like, I'm not a subscriber, but like a lot of his clips are online. Like some of the Gav's Tav is online, and a bunch of him and Ryan Katz Rivera and all that. So it's I do get a good amount of it, and then you send me some awesome clips like him in that felt suit, which was hilarious.
Yeah, I was gonna share that one with us today, but I didn't, just for the fact that like it has that opening music of like I think it's Bob Marley or something like that. So like I just didn't want to share that in there and get it all mixed in with everything.
Well, just fast forward until he pushes on the boombox.
Okay, all right. Well,
because when he pushes on the boombox, it stops. So, which I think is kind of a cool little piece of. But yeah. Wait, is that the clip where Ryan says, no, or he says something like really, really quick? He's like, no. Was that a different one?
Yeah. No, this is the one. This is the one. It was from like last night's live stream or like last night's episode. There, I'm getting it right now. I'm importing. I had to airdrop it to myself.
Oh,
yeah. I know.
Yeah,
difficulties.
It's very interesting seeing. One thing. So, if you watched, did you watch the Alex Jones interview on Crowder?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So one thing that was said, and I watched Tim Pool last night, I believe, and all of them were talking about it, and they were saying that on his show and on Alex Jones's show, evidently before the show went on, both Alex and Tim, on their shows respectively, were talking to Kanye or Yee, whatever. They were saying they were talking to him like, oh, so are we going to go into this? We're going to talk about that, and both times they said no. We're not going to talk about the, the Jewish issue and, the comments and whatever. And then immediately out of the gate, that's what they talk about. So Tim was saying, and Alex Jones was saying that they both kind of think that it's almost like publicity stunt. You know what I mean? Like, this is how he's supposed to, but it's like, I mean, yeah, bad press is still press, but like Hitler, dude.
It won't let me share it right now. I have to go through my settings and change shit, but like maybe another time. Good. It's dead now.
Oh, you're good. If you want to send it to me, I can share it. Was it on Twitter?
No, I sent it to you. I think I texted it to you.
You did? Okay, I can share it. Okay, but cool. Yeah, no, I mean it's like that's I know press is still, bad press is still press, but like, talking about Hitler, that's not the kind of press you want. If you want to go on that, like.
No, I felt for when it came to Alex Jones and Steven Crowder when they were talking about it, because like Steven like kind of made a really strong stance against Kanye when it came down to it. He was like, nope, like this is absolutely evil. He can't talk about this type of stuff, and like he like put his foot in the ground for when it came to this. But now when it came to Alex Jones, like Alex was like, listen, I wanted to give a guy a chance to like explain himself. I wanted him to like have the ability and like a platform to kind of like say like, all right, this is how I'm thinking, this is what's going on or whatever. Yeah. But instead he just went even crazier. He went down this like really crazy rabbit hole, and now Alex is just like, well, I there's no saving this guy when it comes down to it. But like he wants to bring Nick Fuentes back on to debate him about where his fallacies are and his ideas, ideology, whatever it is you want to consider, but like his theories. Even he wants to try and like debate him about it, and that's something I would like to see. I like to see like Alex just pretty much put him in his place when it comes down to it, because I think he would destroy him. But
and also, like like we were saying, Nick Fuentes is a kid, so his ideas are going to be, kind of, a little harebrained to the point. But then, after watching a good amount of him, getting to know like who he was and like whatever, it's not very it's not something that I want to listen to anymore, just because he said he literally likes Hitler, and I'm like, bro, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, and the thing is, like, I was thinking about this the other night, actually, or yesterday. It's like, because we were talking about the fact that, like, they were trying to give credit of like the microphone invention to Hitler because of like, they called it the Hitler bottle and all that type of stuff. But like, to me, it's like, all right, so if you hired engineers and the engineers go and develop something that revolutionizes like an industry or something like that, do you get 100% credit? No, like maybe you get like 5% credit for like, hiring the brains that actually created the revolutionary technology. You don't get to be like the guy who did everything, maybe like that's not how history books are written, or this or that, but like to me it's like it's bullshit to try and give him like credit for that. Like when it came to like, they tried to say like he got credit for like the Autobahn or like some or the highways. Yeah. But like there was obviously roads and there was obviously like major like, infrastructure already set up in that era. So like that's not true. When it came to like the microphone, like, okay, sure. Yeah. He needed something to amplify his voice. Did he have anything to do with it? No, it was the engineers that did it. Same reason why we took engineers from, was it like from Germany, and we brought them over when they started like our space, like or like NASA
Operation Paperclip.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, which I think like Alex Stein ends up bringing up again. So
we'll get to that in a second because that was hilarious.
Yeah, that is a great clip for sure. But again, like giving Hitler any kind of credit.
I have the Gavin clip, by the way.
Oh, great! If you want to, go ahead. You can play that if you want. Just make sure it's past that point. Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
Good. This is just the most ridiculous thing ever I saw today.
The fashions. I just got it from Nita. This suit is insane. I just got it from Nita Fashions, and they were against it. They were like, "What? Are you crazy, buddy?" They said, "The jacket's fine. It's as thick as a coat. Really, it's as thick as a winter coat." They go, "No, it's a blazer for winter. It's a sport coat, and you wear different pants." And I go, "No. I want pants to be that thick too."
Awesome. I mean, like, it kind of sounds like a good idea.
I don't think we can do that. And I said, "Yes, you can." And so they did. And now I have this super thick suit. I'm like a teddy bear. You want me to crawl into your bed and cuddle you?
No, thanks.
Get all cozy. Want to get all cozy with me? I'm like a teddy bear. Want kisses?
Oh my god!
That last. That's great. It's great.
I mean, Gavin is just like straight to my funny bone. Like it just cracks me up every fucking time when he starts doing like these like outlandish things.
He's hilarious, dude. Like,
he's great for the fucking entertainment, and like he's opened up so many people's eyes to like just being like what conservatism really is. When it comes down to like family values and just kind of like wanting to, I don't know, have a safe and secure place for like the next generation. Like that's essentially what his motto's always been.
Not just lady boners. You can't see underneath this table here, buddy. But no, I think now awkward, gay boner joke. I gotta get past that one. No, I think it's I don't know, man. I just think there's so much going on with him, and it's I don't know if it's I'm talking about Kanye. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's him just trying to get publicity, so it's more for because he's like, oh well, Trump had so much bad publicity that maybe it'll work. He became president, all that, but I don't think this is the way to go about it, there, buddy.
it's not what you want. I mean, granted, they always say like any publicity is good publicity, but like I don't know if that's really that true because like there are things that will live on forever on the internet, and that is really hard to like get past. Really hard, especially like if you say something that's like really hateful or just like, you know, something that you can't interpret it any other way than the way it was said. Like when Kanye goes, "I like Hitler." How do you defend that? How do you defend it? Yeah, it's like one of those things that you just don't combine those words ever.
No. Not something. So okay, we were talking. I mentioned Ethan Klein saying some shit because we were talking about Hassan.
Yeah, Hassan Paka. Every time I hear his name, that's why I have to say it because like of Sam Hyde.
Yeah, you are Andy from The Office. You have to finish
Hassan Pika.
All right, here we go. This fucking butterbean. Can you hear the audio?
No, I cannot.
No, can't. Okay, hold on.
No, try. Make sure you share and you click the little box.
Yeah, it only has for me. It only has that on the share
tab.
Chrome tab.
Yeah, you have to go to Chrome tab. So are you not in Chrome tab when you're
No,
doing
I'm
it?
like entire screen or window.
No. So just do just like so. What I do, and you can use. Okay, I open Chrome and I take a separate window and I drag it over and then I can expand it and like do whatever in that one. So
okay, fine. I'm doing it your way.
I'm just saying it makes it a lot easier. Just trying to help, trying to make things better, trying to make a better show for everybody here. I'm doing it for the people.
We'll do it live. Do it live. Fuck it.
Doing my part. So you could sit in your parents' doing my part.
Just don't even think about it.
You could sit in your parents' basement and cry about it.
Yeah.
And I'd do it again. Give me the spear.
Uh-oh.
I'll do it again.
You're going to piss off the weird, hysterical nerds, dude.
Good. If Jesus was here on a cross, I'd spear him.
No, he's not going to. That'd be funny if he got banned.
No, I'm not
that.
going to get
That's
trouble
an
for that.
insane thing. No shot.
Oh. Give me the hammer and the spike. I'm putting it up there.
If someone could do it, it's Ethan. He'll find a way.
I'll do it again.
Okay.
I liked it the first time, and I'll do it again, Nick. I'm getting on a call with all my Jewish brothers and sisters.
There's 30 minutes left. I really want to make Dan proud. Let's.
You know what I'm planning this Christmas?
No.
A mock execution of Jesus Christ.
No.
Dedicated to Nick Fuentes. Doing my part.
What?
So you could sit in your parents' basement and cry about it.
What the
hell
and I do
that.
Yeah.
I don't even have words after that. It's like you hear that. It's like it's cringeworthy, man. They're just like seeing something like that online. It's like, you know, if I started saying something ridiculous like that, you would probably like, I'm sorry, Sean, but we have to go separate ways.
Yeah, I'd be like, I like it, kind of.
Like we're cool, but like maybe that's not where the direction of the show needs to go.
Yeah. So my thing is just basic like fifth grade. Wow. I'm trying to talk about someone's, intelligence and I can't even speak right. Fifth grade. Good God. Fifth grade education level knows that Jesus wasn't crucified until Easter.
Well, I mean, yes, that's besides the point.
No, but I'm saying, like, if we're going to talk about anything, because I mean, obviously, abhorrent fucking speech. And yes, he's going to say, it was a joke. Was it though?
It was just a joke.
Yeah, exactly. Was it though? I'm waiting. You're going to play the drop. I know.
I'm looking. It's just
a fucking joke.
There you go.
Was that a Balenciaga ad?
I mean, it looks like
it's a fucking joke.
The guy in the background is definitely wearing the Balenciaga gear right there.
But yeah, man, like if anything, like, what are we doing here? Like,
what's the point of their fucking conversation? Where is this even going? Is there any context around that besides the fact of like he just wants to shit on Christians essentially?
Yeah, basically, because he's the shining example of a Jew, obviously.
But even with like Judaism, I mean, like Jesus was a Jew.
Yeah.
So like, I don't get it. I don't understand like the point behind trying to like, you know, defame someone's like, you know, Lord or Savior, especially when it comes to like Christianity and things like that. It's like, you know, whether or not you believe that he was the Messiah or anything like that, it's like that's totally irrelevant to like, you know, just defaming somebody else's religion. Can think about it as if what if you said something about like Allah or like or yeah, like because
yeah, that's what MMA Nut just said. Ethan the Cuck would never say anything like that about Islam. Exactly.
Yeah. Or you can't draw Muhammad. You can't say anything negative about Muhammad or whatever. I'm sure. So like,
I mean, to be fair, Crowder took that little extra far. I don't know if you remember that.
No, I remember.
Dressed up as Bob Ross, Muhammad in period blood.
Yeah. He pushed some buttons there for sure.
But I mean, you know, and that, you know, talking about bringing up Islam and talking about, you know, the Muslim, you know, world and all that stuff. That's one thing that I, you know, when Gavin was on Rogan way fucking back in the day before, you know, Gavin was persona non grata. He said something that I looked into, and it's actually fucking accurate. It's not just, you know, a claim or whatever by, you know, the bigoted Gavin McGinnis. He said that, I don't know if you caught this or if you watched that interview, but he was saying that 2/3 of the Muslim world are a product of incest. Because in the Quran there is nothing that says that you can't lay with family members.
Well, I mean, we're also talking about like a area of the world where they will throw gays off the roof to see if they fly. You know, like it's not the most like, you know, like sensible people that are like.
I mean, we all saw the videos when Afghanistan was being like the evacuations when they were in the workout equipment.
The workout equipment is. I mean, that's golden like content right there. Like, or when they're all bouncing on the trampoline together.
So I mean, you know, and hey, I looked into it, and I mean, there are studies done where that is true. You know, I mean, and obviously, you know, just look at Ilhan Omar. But yeah, I mean,
we're not talking about intelligent like life forms over there. This is just kind of like, you know, there's no like lines in the sand of what's moral and what's not. You know, they're just, you know, I don't know, ancient civilization, it seems like.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's like, you know, to a point you can have empathy and you can feel bad for that being the way someone's, you know, brain is set up and, you know, and all that stuff. But at the same time, you know, once it comes to you being like murdery, then you know what I mean? I don't really have too much. I thought I would get you with that little murder.
No, it's like, yeah, I hear you.
But yeah, I don't know, man. It just it's not something that I want to let me see. Taliban, out of respect for who gifted Afghanistan back to them, has renamed it to Bidenistan.
Say thank you so much, Mr. Biden.
Yeah, it's not something that
we love our new Black Hawk helicopters.
Yeah. Jesus. Cousin is in the army and said when he was in Iraq, they were monsters. ISIS would hang people's head. Yeah. Like, are we in Game of Thrones? We putting people's head on fucking spikes?
Yeah, and like you can't shoot until like they're fired upon. Like that's typical like rules of combat when it comes to like, you know, going out on like tours in like the Middle East and everything. So it's like basically your life needs to be in you know, it has to be in threat or in danger before you can actually return fire.
Yeah, it's like, you know,
especially when things get sketchy. That to me is a worry.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I think you wanna bring up the Alex Stein stuff since he was talking about Kanye.
I don't have that one bookmarked.
I do.
Oh well, then you should be bringing it up, buddy.
Well, I'm just saying. Do you want to save that for later? You want to do that here?
No, we can do that now. It's fine. I mean, like, I got the Katie Hobbs thing, and then I got a bunch of like goofy ass shit too.
Cool. Let me get the and then we also have the Twitter file shit. So
yeah, so we got plenty to talk about.
Yeah. So let me get this going real quick. Since I'm gonna do it Sean's way.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, it's the easier way. If you have a separate Chrome tab and you just pull it out into a separate window and you just work everything from that, super easy.
Okay, here we go.
Yo, what up, council? It's me. They call me Alejandro Stein.
He looks like one of the bad guys in the opening scene of like
Stein now.
Ninja Turtles
I go
2.
by Ya, and I actually represent.
Okay, I just love his intro.
Alejandro Stein, but I'm formerly Alejandro Stein now. I go by Ya, and I actually represent
the
new Kanye West 2024 presidential run.
Okay, real quick, as you're watching this, watch the chick in the back.
Oh, I know. She like can't help but like laugh and smirk and stuff like that.
Dude,
and
I was dying watching this.
And would.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is a big deal for me to be here today. I know you guys are politicians yourself. As a guy that's representing a politician, we had a bad week. As a PR guy, Kanye didn't have a good week, right? And we know this. And he said some stuff about Hitler. And let's just say, when it's at the record straight, Hitler is bad. Hitler is no good. Hitler is the most disgusting, repugnant human being of all time. I think we can all agree on that. But see, there's some other guys. There's this thing called Operation Paperclip. I don't know if you're familiar with this, but an Operation Paperclip, it was a secret United States intelligence program in which more than 1,600 German scientists, engineers, and technicians were taken from Nazi Germany to the U.S. government for employment after the end of World War II. And between 1945 and 1959, it was conducted by the Joint Intelligence Operations Agency, and it was largely carried out by the special agents of the U.S. Army's Counterintelligence Corps. Many of these personnel were former members, and some were even former leaders of the Nazi Party. Did you know that? Do you know a guy named Wernher von Braun, former Nazi, created our space program? So I just want to say, Hitler is a bad Nazi, the worst Nazi, the worst kind.
Real quick, I just love the run in the pantyhose that he's wearing on his head that's just right down the middle of his face. Okay.
You know, he pulled it on purpose just to kind of like get that line.
Yeah, exactly. Looks like a tribal fucking, like, you know what I mean?
I mean, like, he looks like a custom character you would have played in like some kind of like wrestling game, like back in like early 2000s.
Or this is one of the Grand Theft Auto NPCs walking down the street talking about, yeah, I just took my bitch. Fucking yeah, exactly.
doing the weird like strut.
Yeah, you're like walking down the street, you hear that random conversation where, yeah, my bitch don't let me fuck other bitches. Like, what the fuck? Punch her in the mouth. And you're like, the fuck are you talking about?
It's like, it's the most like you didn't hear all of it. It's like, doctor said to put ointment on it for 3 weeks. God damn it.
Yeah, exactly. And you're like, I don't like you, and I'm in Grand Theft Auto, and I have a fucking machine gun. I'm gonna pop you in the back of the head. You know what I mean? Like, that's someone's gonna clip that at once we get bigger. So there's so many things in these first bunch of episodes that once we get bigger, people are gonna clip, and we're gonna be like, nah, dumbass. It'll be fun though, right? Bad publicity. Here we go.
I guess. Yay for
Operation
us.
Paperclip guys, the ones, the 1,600 Nazis that we brought over from Germany, those are the ones that were, you know, at the time, I guess they weren't considered that bad, I guess, at the time. Because, you know, this guy, Wernher von Braun, the guy that brought us to the moon, he was actually a rocket scientist. And what he's famous for, Wernher von Braun, you can look at his tombstone. It says 19:1. The Psalm 19:1, the firmament showeth his handiwork. It's weird that he put that on there. But he is famous because he's a rocket scientist, man. And let me tell you something. As a rocket scientist, his rockets decimated Poland. He killed thousands of Polish people, Wernher von Braun. And in America, through this thing called Operation Paperclip, we said, hey, Wernher, why don't you come work for us? Why don't you start our NASA program? And guess what he did? And he did a heck of a job because he supposedly got us to the moon. So my point is, Hitler is bad. And as a guy representing Kanye West, we got to talk about history. World War II was the worst thing ever. The Holocaust is the worst thing ever. But after the Holocaust, there's this thing called Operation Paperclip that I don't know if a lot of people know about. So I just think that we should get that for the Yay 2024 campaign. We just want to say that, you know, we are pro-Middle East. We are actually, you know, pro-love. We want to love each other. We don't want any hate. And I think that if you just look at the history of the United States government and our involvement by actually hiring actual Nazis to come work for us, it kind of seems weird, don't you think? Like, I would not hire a Nazi. I don't know about you. The last person I would ever hire to be a rocket scientist or to run our NASA program would be Wernher von Braun, an ex-Nazi. But Kanye, the guy that I work for his campaign, you say one bad thing, you get canceled. So imagine that, Marimont. Imagine the hypocrite. And remember, you guys are all hypocrites because you're afraid of letting me speak. Me, myself, because I went viral. You're creating a whole new meeting at a different time because it cannot be filmed. I'm just going to say, Merritt, I'm leaving. But think how scared you are. Hey, when you cut a man's tongue out, you don't stop him from talking. You're afraid of what he might say. Well, you're a coward. You're afraid of me. So,
I can't wait to see this next one.
I'm going to keep coming. I'll be able to talk an agenda. I'm just saying, you're going to try to end it, you're going to make it way worse. Just so you know that.
So it sounds like if the mayor tried to hit him.
The next speaker is James Lockridge.
Think about that, Mayor.
I just wanted to hear just in case.
Yeah, well, it sounded like right in there, like the mayor may have gotten up, like he came at him, like he may have tried to want to hit him, and like just that alone. Oh my goodness! Like Alex Stein would probably get to own the town. He would get the key to the city.
Yep.
It's like, and oh man, but like,
yes, movies. He looks like one of those MAGA punks that attacked American Treasure, Juicy Smoulier.
No, I totally like, so that the joke of like the stocking went over my head until just like a minute ago.
Okay,
like do you not get it now?
Say it again.
Do you understand why he was wearing the stocking?
Yeah, the Balenciaga shit.
Yeah, so it went over my head up until like just like a few minutes ago. I know. I know. I'm like, I don't know why he's doing that. I think he's just doing it just to make a weird like a weird face or some shit.
You are a retard.
Yeah, it went over my fucking head. I didn't realize that. I was like, oh wait, that's right. Kanye wears a fucking a whole head mask, a head sock.
Come on, man.
Yep. I deserve that.
I'm the one who just woke up recently. Okay.
Yeah, but like I just wasn't paying attention to what he was like going on about. Like initially, like why like I couldn't tie that together. But then it's like, oh wait, now it makes total sense. He's working with Kanye.
Wow,
Yay,
dude.
yeah.
Wow. All right.
Yeah,
So
face.
you have the Katie Hobbs stuff.
Yeah, I got Katie Hobbs clip of her. It was certifying herself. So we'll go back over here and present. Show the screen, show the Chrome tab. We go, yeah. And it's like, what's that? Katie Hobbs certifying her own election. Very legit.
Yeah,
very legit.
That's what people do.
Everyone, thank you so much. This concludes the official canvass of the November 8th, 2022 general election. And I just want to once again thank the voters of Arizona. Because of your participation, our democratic institutions thrived. Stay engaged and keep voting. Thank you all very much for joining us.
No.
Like, okay, the way she talks and the way she is, I'm very surprised that she doesn't have that Valley Girl. Everything ends like this.
Hi, goes up.
Yeah, everything's like, well, thank you very much for Arizona being able to certify this election.
Hi. It's like I feel like she would be like in somebody's like librarian fantasy. Like that there's like a Pornhub search going on right now of like Katie Hobbs and like just because like it's like the glasses and whatnot. I'm guaranteeing you.
Ugh.
Yeah. Ooh.
Voting. Thank you all very much for joining us.
Thank you. Hi. Thank you very much for joining us.
Now I'm the governor. Yeah, everyone congratulate me because I was in charge of my own election. I didn't recuse myself in this position at all because I was a candidate. So I just made sure to dump lots of votes.
Biden. Now you sound like it's Pat from fucking Saturday Night Live. I broke my nuts.
It's like, ooh, Katie Hobbs is certified.
Yeah. So I now I can't get the image of her, him, they, it, hanging from hanging from the rope, like at the very end over the stage, and everyone like, oh! All right. So. Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, what do you
like do? How many weeks now was this? Like a month. It was like 4 weeks.
I believe.
Yeah, because what? That was November 8th. November 8th was the election. And then
you know what?
We're December 7th today.
Since Movies says he ran the I run the Mr. Universe competition, I certified myself as Mr. Universe. That is amazing because we're gonna have a Mr. Universe on the channel doing his own movie reviews. That's awesome.
Yeah, really cool. I hope is Mr. Universe going to wear a shirt?
I mean, probably not.
Yeah, congrats. We're really proud of you.
Yes, exactly. Trevor gives you 2 thumbs up because he identifies as a 2-thumbed man now.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, well, if he's certifying himself as a 2-thumb man.
and I certify myself as someone without a fat gut. I'm really not mad about that at all. Don't worry.
So here's an idea, Ian. If we ever actually do make it to where we can have millions of dollars doing a podcast show, we have to have movies and Ian, and maybe we'll even bring MMA Nut in on this to where like they can be our whack pack for like an episode or two. Yeah. Where it's like just like a bunch of goofballs in the fucking room with us.
Yes, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Like what? Like when we start making millions of dollars doing this, because it will happen. You put it out there.
I did. The universe has to like make it happen now.
Thanks everybody, and thanks to my trainer, the Liver King. Why you got to get him started on that again, movies? God damn it, we're gonna get 5 more fucking comments about. Well, you know,
hey, you know that he was like pharmaceuticals before he ever got into like the whole like steroid thing, and then he got his own supplements.
I've seen the documents. I've seen the papers.
He's turning the frogs gay with his supplements. I saw it.
We love you, MMA Nut. We're just giving you shit. That's what we do.
And we love Alex Jones too. We're not shitting on Alex Jones either.
Yeah, it's great. Wait.
I'm kind of retarded.
Just thought I would do that while you were drinking, because that's the kind of friend I am. All right. So I'm going to look up Matt Taibbi.
Oh yes, please, for the Twitter files.
So yes, okay, here it is. Because evidently there's more coming out today.
Ooh.
You'll forget about me when you go big time. What is with you and Trevor and you guys getting your panties in a twist? We're not gonna forget about you when we fucking go big. We're gonna read all your comments. Don't worry. We might even make you mods. Well, maybe not Trevor, but just kidding. No, we'll we're gonna have some people that we trust that to mod our stuff. I mean, because it's just me and movies and Shawn. I don't think he's accepted yet, who are mods in the chat. So because Shawn really doesn't care about us. He's just doing his own thing in the bar.
That's it. I'm really busy with my own shit right now.
Yeah, exactly. He's he's setting up his OnlyFans as we speak.
I'm trying to upload my new OnlyFans video. Like,
yeah, exactly. We are like I said, at some point
$5 is $5, man.
Yeah, after the beginning of the year, we will have our OnlyFans. It's going to be Only Feet, and all 4 of us on the channel. Watch, just because it's a female, Jen's feet are going to do the best. It's just weird. It's sexist.
Yeah, but can you genderize the feet outside of like maybe hair showing up on the feet?
Can you genderize? Get it?
Genderize it?
No, but once we have all of our stuff good and ready to go, Movies and I had a conversation earlier today about and when I say earlier, I mean right before I went to bed and when you guys had just woken up. About the release schedule of his old content and the new content coming up. So by I think what's going to happen, we're either going to release all of his old episodes on the same day on the January 2nd, like coming out. So that's like 65 fucking episodes, or we're going to do like 5 a day throughout the week. And then by January 19th, which is a Thursday, which I think kind of works out because he usually is going to release on Thursdays. We'll have everything out and then it'll just be once a week. But once we have everything out and all that stuff, then we're going to be able to get that welcome video out. We're going to be able to do a new merch ad for the Till Death Podcast Network merch store, which I think will be cool. All 4 of us will kind of do our own thing. Movies said he's going to help write a kind of cool little merch ad for that. And then we can start doing like, cause we'll just be doing our own little, our own shows. And then we'll be able to do like little skits and stuff that go on each of the shows or little ad reads or stuff like that. So I think this year is going to be real fun with content and the extra little things y'all get. So
sweet.
I think that'll be fucking cool. All right. So let me bring up, so there's no audio on this one. So we can just bring up this right here. Cool. So Twitter thread files supplementals. So this came out yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So Friday the first, and I do want to kind of go through. There's not 40 of them like with the first Twitter files release. There's only like maybe 7 or 8. So I do want to go through these because it is quite interesting. Talk to Bruce Baker, kind of like what we were talking about in the intro. So on Friday, the first installment of the Twitter files was published here. Let me make this a little bigger so I can just read it on the screen. Cool. On Friday, the first installment of the Twitter files was published here. We expected to publish more over the weekend. Many wondered why there was a delay. We can now tell you part of the reason why. On Tuesday, a Twitter Deputy General Counsel, that was the long title that we were struggling over earlier, and former FBI General Counsel Jim Baker was fired. Among the reasons, vetting the first batch of Twitter files without knowledge of new management. So Elon had no clue, or any upper management had any clue that he was vetting them. I guess solo independently. They're independently.
Okay.
Which is wrong. The process for producing the Twitter files involved delivery to 2 journalists, Bari Weiss and Matt Taibbi, via a lawyer close to the new management. However, after the initial batch, things became complicated. Over the weekend, while we both dealt with obstacles to new searches, it was Bari Weiss who discovered that the person in charge of releasing the files was someone named Jim. When she called to ask Jim's last name, the answer came back, Jim Baker. My jaw hit the floor, says Weiss. The first batch of files both reporters received was marked Spectra Baker emails. Baker is a controversial figure. He has been something of a zealot of FBI controversies dating back to 2016, from the Steele dossier to the Alpha server mess and all the Russian collusion BS. I added that. He was signed in 2018 after an investigation into leaks to the press. The news that Baker was reviewing the Twitter files surprised everyone involved, to say the least. New Twitter chief Elon Musk acted quickly to exit Baker on Tuesday. Reporters resumed searches through Twitter files material, a lot of it today. The next installment of the Twitter files will appear on Bari Weiss's Twitter. Stay tuned. So let's fucking dish on that shit. Yeah. What the fuck, dude?
Honestly, like you kind of knew something was going on. Obviously, the FBI was going to be looking into what they were talking about, because like the fact that they had that huge drop of information in the first batch, like whether or not like are they saying that they didn't get the first batch out in time because of the FBI like looking into it already? Is that essentially what they're trying to say? I mean, like.
Well, yeah, I mean, the Twitter files that they released already had been independently vetted by Jim Baker before they even went to Matt Taibbi. So what we got on the first ones potentially wasn't even the full,
not even all of it.
Yeah, exactly. So and so he basically, what he had done is he had scrubbed some of the emails or some of the information from the servers and from everything like that. But what one of the people I was watching said is, since Twitter is a publicly traded company, they have to have data and have to have archives of their information and all their stuff on their servers. So it's not something that can be easily scrubbed. I know he's with the FBI, but there are things and safeguards against shit like that. So.
Well, I mean, that's definitely in favor for Elon, for sure. To kind of like look like the hero when he goes and shares all the information when it comes what today is supposed to be coming out.
Well, it's supposed to be. I'm gonna take a look while we're talking about this. So
yeah, because like if it's coming out now, we could absolutely just go through and just see like what's popping up.
Well, yeah, I mean, but then again, they said on Friday that Saturday was going to be when they came out with part 2. So.
Yeah, but if they don't have anybody there kind of like throttling like the information, then they should be able to go out when they plan on doing it. Honestly, I was kind of confused initially as to why Elon didn't share this information on his own at first, but like I guess it's just kind of like to recuse himself, like like from like the whole scenario, like give it to like a journalist.
Well, I think the reasoning why is because, and the reason why it's going to Matt Taibbi and Bari Weiss, I think the reason why he's doing that is, I think it's pretty smart. The reason why is, I mean, obviously Matt Taibbi is an amazing journalist. Bari Weiss, I mean, and I don't mean that in a, because man, because woman. I mean, because Bari Weiss, she was very pro censorship and all that until it happened to her. And so, I mean, if you go watch her on the interview with Rogan, he absolutely, like, she was saying that that Tulsi was a toady for the right, I believe. And then when Rogan was like, a toady, like what's a toady? And she was like, I mean, I don't know. Like, she didn't like, if you watch, dude, it's so good. I might have to try and bring that up. But anyways, so the reason why Elon is giving that to the two of them is because they are left-leaning, like centrist journalists. So because if he gave it to conservatives, then obviously everyone in the media would, I mean, they're doing that right now, saying that it's a nothing burger and saying, whatever.
Yeah, I know. Like, none of the media is sharing it. In fact, I shared a funny meme about that on my Twitter, where it was like one of those like things where like Bart Simpson looking through like the periscope, like looking at like essentially like a rapper says he likes Hitler, and everyone's like, oh my god, and then like so like clear evidence of like Democrat collusion to like overthrow an election, and like it's just like Bart being blind.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Like, and Bart is like the mainstream media. Like no one's talking about the fact that this was like a really, really big story.
Yeah, and so basically, since that since Elon is smart enough to know that would be the reaction no matter what, he wanted to give it to more liberal journalists, because then it would be seen through more clear eyes, I guess. And so he gave it to them, and it's because of all the stuff that Elon has been getting, from both sides really, but mostly the left, with all this, Twitter, buyout and the way he's been talking and all that. It was smart for him to be like, y'all do it. You are the journalists. You are the ones that can make it top. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I mean, for anyone to think that the FBI didn't have anything to do with Twitter and big tech, and even the ones that aren't owned by Elon, they are embedded. There's no way of saying no to that, especially with stuff coming out about how the Biden campaign and the left were actively trying to have people.
The fact that there's like any kind of like talking heads for the left that are even just trying to refute this is just insane to me. Where it's like there's clear evidence now showing that there was like collusion about like the laptop, and that's enough to where it's like this should be investigated. This needs to actually be put to a stop now, and or some kind of like impeachment like series needs to happen at this point, because like there's clear evidence that Hunter Biden's laptop directly links Hunter Biden to his dad, which it's all the quid pro quo dealings that he was doing with his dad, like being like a VP and a presidential candidate, and then going and like making these deals in Ukraine energy companies, and then like 10% goes to my dad, which is then funding his campaign, which gets him into power, which then was going to help out Ukraine, because that was like one hand washed to the other, which is quid pro quo, which is an impeachable offense.
Yep.
I mean, what's so hard about that? What's so hard to grasp about all that? But they're saying like, oh, looks, guys. Like I keep on remember like the Brooklyn Dad Defiant guy when he keeps on saying like, looks like we can't elect Hunter for a second term. Everybody, these conservatives, how about it? And then it's like, dude, do you not realize that like
you're showing you're stupid right now.
Like,
you are literally typing it out.
Yeah, he complete moron. Like you can't realize that there can be like several degrees of like a connection to crime, which still implicates you.
Yeah. Okay. So real quick, I'm gonna get back into the James Baker here thing in a second. I do have an article to kind of read to kind of explain a little bit about him, but this is the Bari Weiss stuff that I found the clip from her and Joe Rogan about Tulsi Gabbard. Let me see real quick. Please tell me this. You can hear this.
Nope. Dude, just share it the right way.
I did. It's on the same screen. Go fuck yourself.
You're not doing it right.
I'm gonna.
I don't know who can beat
I
him.
hear it.
Who can beat him?
That's a good question. I don't know. Hillary can't. I'm so worried.
Duh.
Yeah, but I'm so worried she's going to run again. She's going to muscle her way to the top.
I don't know who can beat him right now, and I don't know.
Why do you think that?
Right, and the question, right,
'Cause
is
as
like
things keep going further and further south. What about someone who is a centrist Democrat? Doesn't that make more sense? That someone who's a rational person who's on the right, who's gonna look at this person who's maybe economically conservative but socially liberal and say, this is really where
unless
I'm
they
leaning
run
towards.
someone on the far left and like on an identity politics platform. That's what scares me.
Yeah, that's not going to
'Cause-
work.
Well, could
Yeah,
it though?
I don't
Because
think so.
I don't know, because Trump's whole thing was screw the center. I just need to make my base go ape shit crazy for me.
But they're
Wrong.
still apeshit crazy, and no matter what
I
he
know,
does,
and I'm worried that the Democrats are going to try and replicate that strategy and be like, we just need to make our base go ape shit crazy, rather than running someone that can win the center.
I see where you're going, but I think that this is maybe my liberal bias, but I think that people on the left wouldn't fall for that the same way people on the right would. I don't think people on the left who saw someone who went
definitely your
apeshit,
liberal
full
bias.
woke, far left. I think there's a lot of people in the center who be like, "Well, I'm just gonna vote Libertarian, man. I'm gonna vote
Right.
for Gary Johnson or some shit."
But
It
okay,
would
so
never
who's
work.
in right now? So we have Kamal.
Yeah. Okay.
That
I'm
would
sorry,
never work.
Joe.
Never gonna work.
And this is before, obviously before Biden, started running. So this was, a while ago. So this is before a lot of red pilling was done to Joe.
Yeah, but like he's got to realize that like the whole. I'm sorry, guys. Like I'll get some backlash for this, I'm sure. But like the Libertarian Party is kind of like, they want to be punk rock. They want to be punk rock in the sense where it's like, hey, fuck all like the other parties. We're gonna do our own thing. We don't want to deal with like government, but like, dude, you kind of need government. You need it. And like, whether it's small amount of government or it's this or that, but like the Libertarian Party, it's just like it's never gonna make the waves that like obviously our two main factions are going to make when it comes to the DNC or the RNC.
I have to push back on that. No, you're thinking of anarchism. You're thinking of anarchists that are the punk rock ones. No, libertarians, they do want limited government. That is the whole point.
No, like, Republicans want limited government even too. Like, I think libertarians want it to like sometimes almost to like a even further extreme.
Well, yeah, they want that libertarianism is about liberty, is about original constitutional liberty.
Yeah, and like the thing is like I don't disagree with like the idea of like small government and that you being able to do what you need to do with your own property. You purchased it. I believe in the meritocracy and stuff like that. But like the thing is like you have to kind of get behind these parties that are actually like doing something like that. Why? Because I'm sorry, but the libertarian vote is like you're throwing away your vote.
That's only if they run a bad candidate and someone that can't fucking, they run Joe Jorgensen or they run fucking Gary, whatever his fucking
if they
name.
ran like a candidate that could like sway enough of like the common sense left and right people, like that would be impressive.
If they ran Rand Paul would probably make a huge difference. Yeah, that would be like the only time there would really be a third candidate. Well, and then also comedian the Dave Smith. Everyone's been trying to get behind him to run for the Libertarian ticket this year. And honestly, I mean, he's someone who I would look into. I mean, he's the reason why. I mean, he's like libertarianism. It's a big wing. There's obviously more left libertarianism. There's the anarcho-capitalists. There's a lot of different ones that are in the libertarian wing.
I fucking hate all these goddamn titles people create.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of like feel like they're part of something.
Yeah, it's just political. They're infinite genders. But
it's bullshit because like I'm sorry, but like I think of myself as a conservative. Like, do I think of myself as a Republican? No. So like I would absolutely vote Libertarian if they had a good candidate. But like honestly, it's usually just the Republicans. So therefore, I usually just vote Republican. And like it's I'm sorry, like even if like there was like a really good candidate on the on like the left, like if they had like a great like Democratic candidate that actually spoke to like common sense, like almost like it was libertarian, like or like let's go back in time to like 90s Democrat, then like yeah, I would probably vote that way. I have conservative views and conservative beliefs. I don't want to be a Republican. I don't want to be a libertarian. I don't want those like kind of things like constricting me to like you have to do this. But I will say I'm conservative.
I mean, in my personal opinion, saying conservative is more restricting than saying libertarian, because libertarian goes based off each issue.
No.
How?
No. Well, because being a conservative just means that you have different beliefs. Like you want to have more like family values, more meritocracy. Like these are things that are more that I'm focused on, as a conservative.
Well, yeah, but
like,
that's what I'm saying.
Libertarian, like you could absolutely still hold those values. There's nothing saying that you can't. I'm just saying that like there's parts of the government that I still feel are very important. Like we still need to have things that be able to handle infrastructure, to be able to take our taxes and put them into our own communities again. So therefore there's things that, and this is where libertarians would disagree. Where like, no, we shouldn't be having to pay taxes for these types of things and this and that, but like it needs to be done because these are community type things.
Again, you're misled because I'm a libertarian.
I know you're a libertarian.
Exactly. And I believe that we should have some tax. I believe that we should have, a small government. We need roads, we need hospitals, we need certain things that are run by the government. I don't disagree with that. I think there should be taxes because we have so many fucking people and there's so many, general industries and everything that need to be run but it should be state laws and it should be, state run. And it should be smaller government. What you're talking about having no taxes and that's like more of like an anarcho-capitalist mindset.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying like minimal taxes when it comes to that type of shit. Yeah. But like still, like you need to be able to be taxed and whatnot. So we agree on more than we disagree for sure when it comes down to it. But I again don't really want to like refer to myself as libertarian for the fact that like there's some things I disagree with.
Yeah, well, but I mean, there's like with any party, there's some things that you disagree with. Like I'm sure all conservatism, not everything, or Republicanism are things that you disagree with fully. So that's why I'm gonna go more towards I want the liberty of people, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That's why libertarianism to me it speaks because I'm going to go based.
Why can't we get like a good representative for that party then?
Well, because it's a two-party system, and that's what the way it's been. We got rhinos.
Two-party system. Okay.
Well, yeah, because that's the way it's been set up.
So it's been set up that way. But you just said if we had a good candidate, we would be able to get a third-party like nominee in there, right?
Yeah, because we have rhinos and we have the Democrats that run the media, so they're the ones that are that are spamming. That are like Ron Paul was an amazing.
You got to play the game.
Hold on. Ron Paul was an amazing candidate back in the day, but he was trashed by both sides. I think wasn't Ross Perot an independent libertarian mindset?
Mm-hmm.
But he was like the last one that was a third debater on the fucking stage.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, since like it's just been, and I think with so much social media and so many more people being awake or woke, whatever word you want to use, to all this stuff with social media and all the information that's being pushed out. And I think, Elon owning Twitter and a lot more information being able to be unsuppressed. I think it's going to do a lot for a third party ticket. And I mean, libertarian, not Green Party or fucking progressive or any of this other fucking shit.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you on that. I'm just bringing up the fact that like you're just mentioning like the rhinos and the amount of Democrats and the liberals and like even like the other conservatives, like you can't really fully trust them. And when it comes down to this, like you got to kind of play the game when it comes down to this two-party system. So if you really want to get like your candidate elected, you kind of have to like go into one of these like corners.
Well, I mean, it also is a long game. So, as if libertarians because I mean, libertarianism and conservatism are somewhat close.
They are very close. Yeah.
Libertarians are going to have more conservative policies or more, because conservatism, there's a lot of very liberal ideals or liberty aligned ideals. So libertarians are going to be more towards that side. So if there's a
I lean that way. I lean that way for sure.
Well, if there's a libertarian candidate that says those same things and can get, and then, obviously if there's, if they drop out or whatever, then they can push their followers or, constituents, whatever you want to call them, towards the conservatism. I think it can help the conservative, the Republican side. And then once that happens, then the next year, then the next election cycle, when it comes up, there can be more clout given to the Libertarian Party because of what it did, and there can be it's a long game.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just something that's gonna fucking happen like that, But my butthole is speaking to me right now. So how about you pull up a video that you want to talk about and kind of discuss something? Because I really don't want to shit my pants in the studio.
I don't blame you. I don't want that to happen. It'd be a big mess.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave y'all to just Shawn.
All right, everybody. Bye. All right, everybody. So it's just gonna be me for a minute here. Let's see what we got in the comments. Is there anything new? Best way to utilize? Here we go. Best way to utilize three-party system is to just let the third control the media. I suppose, but I mean, like. It's got to be a joke. Let's see. Let's remove this. Let's remove that. And okay, so I guess I'm going to start off with talking about some shit I got going on today. Just recently, literally today. Like I don't know about you guys, if other people who are parents out there and their kids go to school and stuff like that, but like I really felt like shit today, and like I felt terrible, and it was because like I was working, like I work from home, like I got like a remote gig, and I I pick up my daughter from the bus stop every time, and it's not far, it's like right down the road, and like the half days always throw me off because of like the time frame in which, and like I didn't set an alarm on my phone to go and like get her, but like I got a text message saying like, oh, you need to make sure you go and get like like daughter like at this time. Like, oh shit, you're right. And I saw I was like 10 minutes behind schedule, but like I'm like, okay, not to worry, because typically like they say be here by like this time, and then like a half hour later it's typically when the bus arrives, because like in my area in the school district there is a huge lack of school bus drivers, and this is something that's been going on like I don't know, throughout a lot of communities I've noticed where there's no bus drivers and whatnot. So everything's is always behind. And if you have like a job from home, or if like you had to leave work to go and like bring someone home or anything like that, like it could take up a lot of time. Like you're looking at like maybe like at least a minimum a half hour to like an hour of like what you're gonna end up waiting for your kid to come off the bus. So I was like, all right, it's only been 10 minutes. I'm okay. I'm just going to leave right now and get down there. As I'm driving down there, the bus is fucking already down there with the lights flashing. I'm like, oh, son of a bitch. And luckily, my neighbor, who I usually pick up their kids, like typically like on Wednesdays, like today, I usually go and I grab my kid and I grab the neighbor's kid, because then they'll go and they'll play here, and like they'll just hang out until my neighbors come home or whatever. But because apparently they had off that day, they were going to go and pick them up, and they were already down there, and they were trying to get like my daughter off the bus, because like apparently I was like a minute late. I was 1 minute late, and I was like, why the fuck is this bus so fucking early? I felt terrible, and I was like apologizing to everybody, and like it just really, really bothered me a lot that like I was a little bit late. And like I know life fucking happens, and like sometimes you're working and you just lose track of time and things like that, but it was just one of those things that like stuck with me and really bugged the fuck out of me when it came to like just dealing with just day-to-day like parenting. Like it's like goddamn, like trying to keep schedules straight, especially like as the kids get older too. Because I think now I'm thinking about all these things that are going to come as time goes on. When it comes down to it, where like they're going to go from like having to get like a morning bus, they have to like then get picked up in the afternoon. Then they're going to need to go to like some kind of after school thing or whatever. Like there's always some type of activity the kids are involved in, whether it's sports or gymnastics or like music or whatever it is that they're doing. Kids need after school activities without a doubt. And like, you know, I'm just thinking like, oh my God, like there's my schedule like is gone. Like there's no more me. It's all about them. And I'm okay with that because like, you know, that's kind of the point of having kids. Like when you have kids, you go and like, you become very selfless where it's about them anymore. And it's just like one of those things where it was very like, I was really upset at the fact that like I fucked up. I fucked up today and I went and screwed up and didn't bring my daughter home perfectly on time. I wasn't there just on time to go and get her from the bus, but I did get her home and you know, I slowly forgave myself, but it took some time. So let's see like yeah. So obviously I don't love my kids. Thanks for that. Being late as a parent is the worst nightmare. Do you think of Sam Banker Fried FTX? Oh, okay, yeah. So this is a really good one. So I actually had to inform my wife about this before because she didn't know about the whole FTX thing. And like I had to explain to her how fucked up this entire system is, where you have something where like, you know, currently the US government, especially being ran by the DNC, essentially gave $100 billion to Ukraine. Now, in the past already, Ukraine has spent billions of dollars. Don't know the exact number off the top of my head. In FTX, they've been like spending their money and converting it to FTX cryptocurrency, which is Sam Bankman-Fried or Fried or Fried, whatever the fuck his last name is. And then this guy was donating money. I think like $33 billion or something like that, or somewhere along that, or maybe that's what he embezzled. But like he was donating billions of dollars, let's put it that way, back to the DNC. So if you don't see what's going on with this is a money laundering Ponzi scheme, essentially, where like money goes to one place, it then gets washed, turned into something else, and then it gets donated back. This is like an agreement that's going on between three factions here in order to clean money. And then this guy gets busted for this shit. And then the worst part to me is the fact that this guy didn't even get like reprimanded in the way that the media should have reprimanded him. Instead, what they did was they went and they turned him into like almost like a social hero. They turned him into this like guy like, wow, look what this guy did. And then he's like this weird looking like patchy beard motherfucker, and he's got this big ass fro, and his girlfriend is this like, she's easily like a 4 out of 10. Like she's like, there's nothing to this. I'm like, literally, if I had billions of dollars to my disposal, because this guy literally did, I think he was caught for embezzling $33 billion from the FTX cryptocurrency. If you surround yourself with billions of dollars, how hard would it be to like surround yourself with tens that are like or Instagram models that are tens? Like that wouldn't be anything. Offer them like $1,000 a day. That's like, you know, offer them like $1. Here you go. Like if you see like a vagrant on the side of the street and you give him $1, you feel like you did something good. So there's all this guy had to do is give like $1 essentially to tens that want to hang out with him, and that we could like, you know, fuck him, blow him, whatever the fuck you want to do on his yachts out in the Bahamas and all that type of shit. But no, this guy had like a steady, like, no, it wasn't even a steady girlfriend. He had like an open relationship with this girl where it was like this, like, they were like open to like fuck other people type deal. Like talk about like, hey, talk about like one of the weirdest fucking situations. I'm talking about like the Sam Bankman-Fried.
Oh, I was watching. I have comments.
Okay, so like talking about all of that, it's like it's absolutely fucking insane that this loser got put on the cover of Fortune magazine, and like his girlfriend got put on the cover of magazines too, where it's like they're considered fucking heroes or like people to look up to, when in reality they fucking like they're criminals. They're fucking criminals. Why are we
Okay.
looking up to them by any means?
Okay, I have comments. For one, speaking of comments, you missed the best one. You should have announced this as I was exiting.
On this episode of Sippin with Shawn.
Second, how do you feel about me watching you talk while I was wiping my butthole?
Slightly aroused.
Hands. Let me see your hands. Don't want a tube-in situation. But you'll get rehired, so it's fine. But yeah, so
I love our HR company or our HR department.
Oh yeah, Jen will take care of it. Don't worry, we're good. When we finally can make millions, I'll just win every situation. But yeah,
Dirty politicians. We got MMA Nut here with dirty politicians washing the money.
Yes.
What we got? Have you heard of the fourth crypto billionaire that have apparently killed themselves? No.
We might have to look into that. And
in the Bahamas.
Oh, interesting.
Don't know about that one.
Just goes to show you happy people still aren't happy. No, I think it's also
money won't buy you happiness, everybody.
Exactly. Just look at Robin Williams. So yeah, I know exactly. I know that was
that was a sad one that you just brought up.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. It's just it's truth. But yeah. So you hear that? What's his name? The fucking
Sam Bankman-Fried.
No, from Ukraine.
Oh, okay, Zelensky.
Yeah, Zelensky. He's Times Person of the Year.
Of course he is. Of course, because he's fighting a war, but he can do all this publicity. Of course he is.
It's also funny. Before the Holocaust, guess who was Times Person of the Year?
Ooh.
Just saying. We shouldn't be trusting Time Magazine for the things. And another thing, isn't it weird that Sam Bankman fried potatoes, whatever? I mean, his last name
has bank in it?
No, his last name is Fried.
Fried? Like fried?
Like Friedman?
Freedman,
like people involved in banks are overrepresented.
Oh yeah, well like Freeman.
Yeah,
Freedman, fried man.
Yay wasn't.
We're not allowed to talk about these people.
Fully on. Yeah, oh, dude, I'm sorry, but Dave Chappelle's joke was the best. If it's a group of Italians, then it's the mob. If it's a group of black people, then it's gangs. If it's a group of Jews, then you don't talk about that.
Yeah. It's a coincidence.
It's a coincidence. It's so great. I butchered that joke. God damn it.
It's okay. I'm right here for you to pick it up.
Thank you. Pick it up. All right. So here we go. Let's get back into this fucking shit.
That's right. You were pooping.
I was pooping, dude. That was a fast poop. I'm gonna get a hemorrhoid because of that shit.
You gotta squeeze. Well,
isn't that what happens with hemorrhoids? You get hemorrhoids because you push.
Is it that hard? Is it that hard of a poop? Because I mean, like, then you need to probably have a different diet.
Well, I mean, you were talking about picking up kids on a school bus while I was gone.
Because I felt bad today, dude. Like that really affected me. Like I was really upset at the fact that I could have forgotten about picking up my daughter.
So when you drop them off, do you is it like a tuck and roll situation? Like get out.
No. All right. So hold on. Let's go back to the full screen because this is important. I'm sorry. No, this is important. And I hate hate
speech coming up, guys. Hate speech coming up.
Hate speech on the way. Hate train.
Wow.
I'm the
hot like a tamale.
I'm the hate train. Anyway, I hate it when parents live 3 to 4 fucking houses down from the bus stop and they drive their kid to the bus stop and they wait there in the car with them. And then like a couple of minutes before the bus arrives, they get them out and they walk them over, and the bus like rolls up the hill, or they wait till the bus shows up and they get out and they go and they bring them over to the bus. I hate that. I'm upset. Yes, I am upset, and I will explain my upsetness.
Like, bitch, make them motherfuckers walk. That's why we got so many fucking fat kids.
Yes. No. All right. So it builds fucking character, and because here's the thing. I purposely walk my daughter down to the bus stop every fucking day. There was one time that I drove her down, and it was because we were almost going to miss the fucking bus, and I knew if we walked down there we weren't going to make it. I had to drive her down there. But that was the only time. And when we got down there, turned the car off, got her out, and we stood at the bus stop. But like the people who park there outside at the bus stop, you're not building character for the kids. When I was a kid, I stood out at the bus stop in the rain, in the snow, in the freezing cold, and I had to stand there with fucking asshole bullies too, who would make fun of you
both ways, right?
What's that?
You walked uphill both ways.
Yes, if you really want to give it the full stereotype, yes, I absolutely walked uphill both ways. But when I was out there, like I would be out there in all the elements, and I would have to be out there with all the asshole fucking kids too that would like pick on you and like want to like fight you and all that shit. Like you had to learn social skills. You had to like, you know, be ready for what the weather was going to bring you. Some men dress for the occasion, but people don't fucking do that anymore. Now their kids are like so protected. I swear to you, one of the most fucking annoying things I can tell you is that like, all right, so my daughter is 5. We walk maybe like, I don't know, maybe a quarter mile down the hill to like the bus stop. We don't walk. It's not super far. It's just far enough towards it's a good walk. And then I walk back up the hill on my own. So for me, I'm getting a little bit of exercise in on the whole thing. That's the way I look at it, at least. Yeah. But there is a girl that is easily 3rd or 4th grade that comes out of the house, which is 2 houses up the hill from the bus stop. Two houses. And the mom goes and she drives her down the hill, two rows, and then they park behind me and my daughter standing at the bus stop. They park behind us and they stay in the warm car and they wait there until the bus arrives, and then the daughter gets out and then she goes up there. Now, if you had to try and describe this daughter, I wouldn't say she was exactly fit.
She's a fat ass.
Not exactly. I would say husky. I would say husky is like the best word for it. So she could probably benefit from like a little bit of like cardiovascular of like walking 100 feet from like her house to like the bus stop.
Okay, did you ever watch Weeds?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Remember I think it's Celia's daughter? The one that was like the husky model?
Oh, I don't fucking remember like anything about that show besides like what was that one dude, like he was like on SNL and he was on that show and he was fucking hilarious.
Oh, Kevin Nealon.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, he was
the neighbor, the total like Karen character on that show. Her daughter was kind of like a huskier child, and the mom Celia didn't like that. So she tried to get her, to do dieting and all this. And then she got asked by some random stranger if she wanted to model. And the mom's like, oh yeah, finally. Cause image is everything. And so when they took her to the model, it was like for some husky clothing line. But yes, sorry, I derailed.
But exactly. My point is that like, so there's that scenario, and then there's another girl that's maybe like a year or 2 older than my daughter, and she lives 4 houses down on like a flat plane of land, like right from the bus stop, and she gets picked up and driven to the house and driven to the bus stop. Like, are you fucking serious? Walk the fucking kids. Walk them. No. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but to your point of when we had to walk to the bus stop or walk to school, do anything like that, and it builds social character. It really does, make you ask yourself,
Do you love black people?
Every time, I don't know.
Oh, rim shot.
Okay, so yeah, so calm down.
Fucking joke.
Okay, so I'm done with the drops. All right, here we go. I'll get carried away. I will get carried away with that. So here's Bari Weiss, and again, I'm saying depending on what it comes out with Bari Weiss's, her edition of the Twitter files, so like 3.0, I will save my my comments past that, but she has been a little bit of a dingleberry on certain things, and even Jimmy Dore criticized this piece of it, which was just gold. But here we go.
Allah.
Can you hear that?
Yep.
Cool.
Kristen
Tulsi
Gillibrand. Oh, monstrous.
Monstrous?
Ideas.
Well, when she was 22, she had.
No, she's an Assad toady.
What does that mean?
She is
What's a toady?
I think that I used that word correctly. Jamie, can you check what toady means?
Like
Jamie, look that up.
It means?
No, I think it's like a.
It's like, bitch, hey, bitch, Jamie isn't your assistant. Like, don't ask him to fucking pull shit up. That's Joe's job.
Yeah, he works for Joe. He doesn't work for you. And like, Jamie, just look that shit up. It's like, wait a minute, you use that word.
I wish there could have been a camera on Jamie's face, like, this motherfucker.
I don't work for you, bitch.
Exactly. You're a journalist. Do your own research.
Wait, so you use the word you didn't know the definition of?
It really goes to speak of what you write in your fucking little blog or whatever the fuck you do. Here we go. Anyways.
Toadie.
Yeah, how about lackey? You want to say lackey as a word, as a synonym?
Here, this is the perfect. Let me see.
Jamie, can you check what toady means?
Like toeing the line? Is that what it means?
No, I think it's like a
toady.
Wait.
Toadie.
What does that mean?
Lackey.
I think it means when I say
servant.
Oh my god, dude!
A person who
oh yeah, wow!
flatters or
Look at this. Someone who
defers to others
flatters
I
for
kinda used it right.
self-serving reasons.
A sycophant.
So she's an Assad sycophant. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's proof. That's.
I think that's what I meant.
No,
I used that word, so I think that's what I meant.
What did she say that?
Oh, we have to look.
qualifies
I
her?
don't remember the details.
We
I've read
probably
it.
should say that before we say that about her. We
Oh
probably
my
read it
god!
better.
Well, I have read it.
No, I mean we
just,
should right now.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Just so we know what she said.
Look up.
Well, I've read it, so that means it's true. Bitch, fuck off.
I've had her
Tulsi
on here
Gabbard.
before,
Look
and I
up
really
Tul-
enjoyed talking to her. I like her a lot.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I like talking to her.
Okay,
I like
okay.
talking to her. I don't know about.
I think she's like the mother load of bad ideas.
Whoa.
I'm pretty positive about that.
Are you?
especially
You're
on
pretty
Assad,
positive?
But maybe I'm wrong.
You ain't pretty, but that's cool.
I don't think I'm wrong.
Super.
Well, my take on her was that I think as a person who's coming from the left, who's also a veteran and is very articulate and sensible and a woman, and in talking to her, we didn't get into Assad or any of those things.
Yes,
but
queen.
talking to her about what she feels is wrong with the current administration and the way things are running and a direction she thinks things could go in. She has some very promising ideas. I didn't know about this.
But doesn't she also, did she ever apologize for believing in conversion therapy?
I didn't even know she did.
Oh my god, dude!
Oh,
like you can't address the things that you just fucking said. That you said are those are verified facts, but you can't fucking address that. But then you switch the conversation to something that's this will get a fucking reaction. You fucking word that rhymes with bunt.
Am I crazy?
Yes.
I'm almost positive this is real. I think her father ran
when you
a
say
center
conversion therapy, you're
for
talking about gay people.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I didn't know that. I never heard that. I did hear something about when she was very young. She was like 22. She had said something about
now you're gonna look it up?
marriage and civil unions that she apologized for and said that she evolved. She revealed she met Assad in Syria without informing top Democrats.
I'm telling you,
She said she went on a fact-finding mission in support of peace for Syrian people, but characterized U.S.-backed rebels as terrorists.
Yeah, I mean, hold on.
I can keep looking, but
I'm
I don't have
telling
enough
you.
time to research everything.
Yeah.
I need more time to do
Come back on
research
when I
for
get more
your
of it.
we
your
can
Yeah.
do this
arguments.
another time.
Okay.
But who do you
And
think
her fucking comment
stands out
about
for you?
that says,
Yeah.
All at the
Yeah.
same time.
"Wait,
I can come back on when I
Okay,
know
but
more of it.
let's.
oh, you can? You're
Yeah,
just inviting
I
yourself now?"
yeah, she invited herself back onto the world's most popular podcast.
Bitch, people are rolling over in their graves fucking trying to goddamn like roast your ass, bitch.
Like
We
people
can-
would die to get on fucking Joe Rogan, and she's like, "Hey, you know what? I'll just come back like when it's available for me or when it's convenient for me." Like that's
Yeah.
You get nothing.
oh, got him.
No, it's oh dude, I finally came up on the episode of
How could you say that?
I finally found it. I think it's
Good.
beginning of season 5.
Nice.
It's when what's her face, the Carmela starts throwing his shit out the or it's like I think it's right before she starts throwing his shit out the window and like and all that. And God, I mean, I'm not saying that, you know, Tony isn't a piece of shit for what he was doing with his gumas, but
Tony is like actually like a pretty bad guy in
Yeah.
the show, but like he tries to be a good dad as much
Yeah.
as he possibly can.
yeah, but so I'm not gonna say that Tony is a shining example of a good person, but God, Carmela is fucking unlikable, dude.
I think Tony is a shining beacon of like a lot of common sense. Like, you know, when it comes to like just like how to like view things and how to look at stuff, like
when it comes to
like,
his dick.
yeah, oh yeah, no, he just you know that head takes over his own.
Dude, when he fucked the one-legged Russian bitch, I was like, really, dude? I was like, please tell me you put the other leg on just for fun. You know what I mean?
Not. Probably
Like,
not.
And when you think about it, just like the other leg when it's put on, do you think it like covers everything, or is it just like one side of the body, or is like the vagina still open? You know what I mean? Like, can you fuck with the leg on?
You probably wouldn't want to.
Well, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying you probably wouldn't want to, because thinking about the chafing, or like if the edge of it caught like, you know, like if like the lip of the leg.
Oh yeah, like if your ball skin like got caught underneath the.
No, thank you. Just
No.
take it off, and then you can just lay on like leg down position. So
Yeah.
like, just go on your side.
Okay. So with that, I need to pull this up because we just had a very dumb conversation. Patrice O'Neill on guys. Let me see if this comes up.
Is this going to be like like not safe for work?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, you thought my dick waffle segment was inappropriate as
Well, yeah.
well.
Well, I mean, you know, it is showing penises.
It's not showing penises. It was waffles in the shape of penises.
All right. I'll have to find it later. Damn it. Such a fucking good one. He's basically talking about how like men and women can have men can have discussions, you know, the like men are dumb or something like that, and just talking about like would you fuck a bitch if like this happened over there? Like, did I have to? Oh yeah, okay. No nose. Nope. Damn it. Said would you fuck a bitch who didn't have a nose? Like, but like a hole in the face, or like just no. It's like no. Would I have to look at her? Yeah, you would have to stare her straight in the face while you're looking. Yes, that's what guys talk about, because we are disgusting people. All right. So let's see. I have some. Oh yeah, Jonathan Turley. This is the guy. There's a guy, Jonathan Turley, who wrote about what's his face about James Baker, right? So let me see. Are we good?
I don't know. I'm getting a lot of like weird interference here, but I think we might be catching up now.
Oh,
I think we're good.
There we go.
Okay.
All right. So, let me see. 6 degrees from James Baker. A familiar figure reemerges with the release of the Twitter files. Below is my column in the New York Post. Okay, just let me read your column. You don't got to announce it. I mean, we do kind of announce all of our links and all of our things before we do our show, but whatever. As thousands of Twitter documents are released on the company's infamous censorship program, much has been confirmed about the use of back channels by Biden and Democratic officials to silence critics on the social media platform. However, one familiar name immediately pooped out in the first batch of documents released through journalist Matt Taibbi, James Baker. For many, James Baker is fast becoming the Kevin Bacon of the Russian collusion scandals. Baker has been featured repeatedly in the Russian investigations launched by the Justice Department, including the hoax involving the Russian Alpha Bank. When Clinton campaign lawyer Michael Sussman wanted to plant the bizarre false claim of a secret communications channel between the Trump campaign and the Kremlin, Baker was his go-to speed dial connect. Baker would later testify at Sussman's trial. Baker's name also appeared prominently in the controversies related to the other Russian-related FBI allegations against Trump. He was effectively forced out due to his role and reportedly found himself under criminal investigation. Go figure. He became a defender of the Russian investigations despite findings of biased and even criminal conduct. He was also a frequent target of Donald Trump on social media, including Twitter. Baker responded with public criticism of Trump for his false narratives. Isn't it funny that he was a target of Trump's and then Trump was removed from Twitter after this guy was the lead counsel? Interesting. After leaving there's no weirdness in that. After leaving the FBI, Twitter seemed eager to hire Baker as deputy general counsel. Ironically, Baker soon became involved in another alleged back channel with a presidential campaign. This time, it was Twitter that maintained the non-public channels with the Biden campaign and later the White House. Baker soon weighed in with the same signature bias that characterized the Russian investigations. Weeks before the 2020 presidential election, the New York Post ran an explosive story about a laptop abandoned by Hunter Biden that contained emails and records detailing a multi-million-dollar influence peddling operation by the Biden family. Weird. There's no oddities there at all. But Hunter's not running, so it's fine. Manhattan defiant dad wouldn't like that. Not only was Joe Biden's son Hunter
compliant dad.
Yeah, exactly. Not only, the guy who sounds like he's a dog squeaky toy when he talks.
Hey, everybody, it's me, Manhattan compliant dad.
Are you fucking Woody Allen? Jesus Christ.
Yes, I'm just speaking like this now whenever I speak like him.
He probably, touches, little girls. Not only was Joe Biden's son Hunter and brother James involved in deals with an array of dubious foreign figures, but Joe was referenced as the possible recipient of funds from these deals, the big guy. The Bidens had long been accused of influence peddling, nepotism, and other forms of corruption. Moreover, the campaign was not denying that the laptop was Hunter Biden's and key emails could be confirmed from the other parties involved. However, at the request of the Biden team and Democratic operatives, Twitter moved to block the story. It even suspended those who tried to share the allegations with others, including the White House press secretary, Kayleigh McEnany, who was suspended for linking to the scandal, which is fucking ridiculous. Even inside Twitter, the move raised serious concerns over the company serving as a censor for the Biden campaign. Global Comms' Brandon Borman, who asked if the company could truthfully claim that this is a part of the policy for barring posts and suspending users. Baker quickly jumped in to support the censorship and said that it's reasonable for us to assume that they may have been hacked and that caution is warranted. Keep in mind that there was never any evidence that this material was hacked. Moreover, there was no evidence of Russian involvement in the laptop. Indeed, U.S. intelligence quickly rejected the Russian disinformation claim. However, Baker insisted that there was a reasonable assumption that Russians were behind another major scandal. Faced with a major scandal implicating a Joe Biden in the corrupt selling of access to foreign figures, including some with foreign intelligence associations, Baker's natural default was to kill the story and stop others from sharing allegations. The released documents may show why Twitter was so eager to hire Baker despite his role in the Russian collusion controversies. What likely would have been a liability for most companies seemed an actual draw for Twitter. For censors and political operatives in Twitter, Baker likely seemed a made man for a company committed to systemic censorship. He would be working with the chief legal officer at the company, Vagina God, who functioned as the company's chief censor. Gotti, John Gotti, was widely reviled as by free speech advocates for her dismissal of free speech principles and political bias. So basically, this guy's a fucking turd.
Yeah.
Like, I know, it took a long time for me to read all that, but all I got to say is I am from now on reading everything that is in text form on our show, because I mean, that was read pretty well.
You did a pretty good job. Not going to lie. I mean, a few little stumbles here and there, but like,
job. It was the best job.
I did a great job. I'm just saying, like, if I'm fully caffeinated, I can totally fucking do it. I don't really drink a lot of caffeine, but if I do get a little bit, I'll read fucking spot on.
I'm just being a dick. You know this. That's what I do. I am an asshole.
Do we watch any UFC? I mean, like, for me personally, I don't really watch UFC, but I did see a video today from Atheism is Unstoppable. He was going on about like a current I guess match that's coming up, and it seemed kind of interesting, but I don't remember the names of it or anything like that, because I'm just not like that invested. There was some guy named Israel, like his name was like Israel, I think it was like the first name. I know nothing about
Israel Adesanya.
Probably, yeah, that's probably it. Where like I think like the dude's got like a crazy like left hook, which he's like a regular stance, but like when he goes, it's like jab, punch, and then left hook, and he's knocking people out like cold with a left
Israel
hook.
Adesanya is fucking gnarly, dude.
And I don't know any of this shit. I don't know any of. I was watching the video today. I was like, oh damn, that shit's fucking insane, because like you figure all the powers from like the back fist, but like no, it's like he's getting it from the front and he's knocking people out, and he's like 25 knockouts, like like all of his wins have been knockouts.
Yeah, well, I think Israel Adesanya is Stylebender. I think that's his nickname, and he fucking fights anyone, and he is pretty gnarly. But
yeah.
So if there's anything specific that you're talking about, MMA Nut, let us know. But I mean, we're not the biggest UFC fighters. I like Dana White. I think he has some pretty base takes on things. But what I wanted to kind of bring up real quick before we get into the funnies is the story about the armed private security. Are you there, Sean? Sean, hello. I might be alone. Oh, you're there.
I'm there. No, I had to switch my my Wi-Fi connection for whatever reason. It went to the wrong one, and it was kept on like cutting out on me. So like I had to go back to like
I asked you a question, and it was just.
Oh no! Again, like I just said, I had to switch my Wi-Fi connection because like I didn't realize it connected to the wrong one.
Oh, user error. Okay, so did you talk about the Philly, the gas station owner who hired armed private security?
Sure, we can talk about that if you want. Cool. Yeah, the video is pretty intense. For me, at least, like just seeing that.
Yeah, I know. Good trigger discipline.
Well, I mean, he's not nowhere even near the trigger. Like that's trigger discipline there, where this guy is finger on the side of the gun.
Okay, that guy looks like he's in.
He looks like police, not so much like an armed guard.
It's all the hat.
Yeah, true.
6:30.
I mean, they even got body cams on and shit. Like they're legit.
Well, they're ready to get sued. That's why.
He just looks funny. So that little fucking hat. All right. So no, I mean, I'm guessing that there aren't going to be any more, violent crimes.
Not on that block. Not on that block for sure.
Jesus. But I think it's interesting. So, how far are you from Philly?
About like an hour 20.
Okay. Is it bad? I mean, you obviously hear on the news, you know.
I mean, like every time I've been to Philly, I'm typically going towards like North Side, which is like, you know,
white area.
I mean, that's where a lot of the arts shit is, to be perfectly honest. Like you think about like South Street is on North Side. When you're South Street's like the big, like kind of like there's a lot of little like venues there, and then there's like a lot of shops and like restaurants. Like that's a pretty popular spot. And then of course, like you have like your Temple area, which is like your college town, and that's where like Penn's Landing is. That's like another really big venue. I saw what was it, Perfect Circle there. I saw them perform over there, which is really cool. I don't know, like Philly's always been like a lot of fun for me. I enjoy Philly a lot. It's honestly a lot better than New York City in my personal opinion, because like I'm smack dab between the two cities. Like New York City's about a 2-hour ride for me, and then like Philly's about an hour and a half. And Philly's cleaner. Philly, you know, like I don't know, like ever since like New York like started imposing like the $20 a $20 toll to get over, like get across, like that's a fucking pain in the ass. They have to pay $20 just to get into the city. Then you gotta like pay like another $40 to park your car, and then like everywhere you want to go, you gotta pay for taxis, or you gotta like you pay out your ass whenever it comes to like anything, like restaurants, like purchases, like if you went shopping for whatever reason, like all of it's fucking expensive in New York. Philly, I feel like it's pretty reasonable for the most part. Yeah, you are gonna pay a slight increase for like city prices, but I can tell you, like I went to Philly for my bachelor party, and like we went to this like a cigar lounge, and it was one of like the best experiences I can remember from that night, where I couldn't remember a whole lot, but like I remember that from my night. And it was, you know, like getting scotch and cigars handed to you by like beautiful girls in like skimpy little black dresses. And I think everything, like all the prices were like just kind of dive bar prices. I'm like, really? This is what we're paying this, and we're getting this experience? Oh my God. Like, this is awesome.
Well, I isn't Philadelphia the place that like has the homeless crisis that is like rivaling? It's like rivaling Skid Row over here in
you in California? I mean, like I would put more homeless in New York, to be perfectly honest, than Philadelphia, because like when I go to New York City, there are certain street blocks in Manhattan, in Brooklyn, where like when you turn the corner, all you smell is piss, because there is like 20 of them hiding under scaffolding, just like hovered in like a little circle together, and just like covering themselves in like blankets, and just like it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. But like I think New York City is worse than Philly.
Okay. Well, I am going to bring up something that is more disgusting than that, if I may.
Okay.
Hold on. Let's do this. Wait. Of course.
I know what you're going to pull up. Yeah.
Oh, no, it's not what's in the thing, right?
Oh,
right.
It's not. Oh, surprise reveal.
It is not. Hold on 1 second. Let's stop sharing that screen. We are going to share this one. Cool. Ready?
Oh, gross. Yeah, I saw this.
Hi everyone, I am Dung, and welcome to my channel here at TikTok. And look at me covered in feces.
Her name is Dung.
It's me, Dung. I'm covered in feces, and this is my ego. Yay, me!
I just want to say that her name is Dung. Okay.
I am just so gorgeously covered, caked in feces. Look at that. Isn't that something? Isn't that beautiful? And I do this to glorify God, to
not the one I would
put
use.
My ego into remission. Look at that. Isn't that something?
She wants to put her ego in remission, but she's putting it on the internet.
How big of a fucking ego does she have?
Yeah, and okay, wouldn't putting your ego in remission not be trying to get validation and attention from people online?
Well, she's trying to get dopamine spikes. That's what it is. Like she's like, oh well, if I get these notifications, it's dopamine.
Well, I will shit on her.
Honestly, I kind of like feel anymore like when I get some notifications on Twitter, I'm like, oh no, what's happening now?
Okay, so staying in the vein of funny and disgusting.
Yes, that one.
Okay, this is the sign that I need to get off the internet. Woman accused of stealing a pumpkin by hiding it in her vagina. A woman was arrested this morning in Greenville, Mississippi, after trying to steal a 15-pound pumpkin from a supermarket by inserting the large squash. Well, it probably did get squashed in her vaginal cavity. I'm surprised.
I think that's about like a 15-pound pumpkin. Like,
dude,
right
I'm surprised this wasn't Florida woman.
Florida woman tries to squash a squash in her vagina.
I read that and I was like, damn, Mississippi coming up. Like
squish a squash.
Yeah, exactly. And how big is your fucking hole?
Well, a 15-pound pumpkin. Like people don't seem to like remember pumpkins are hollow for the most part in the inside, besides like the gook and like the seeds. So there's not like it's not like it's solid. So like 15 pounds of a pumpkin, you would think like if it was solid, could be like this size maybe, but no. A 15-pound pumpkin is really about like yay big. Like she had to have been trying to like hold it between her legs, kind of like what was that in The Prestige where the old man's holding like a fish bowl between his legs for like all his life because that's his big trick. So the trick is that he is like this like ancient old man. So like for her, it's like she's like. The trick for her is she's this ancient like fat woman and she's just trying to hold a pumpkin in between her legs and like just barely fit it inside her vagina, which is like scary how large her vagina might be.
Okay, you know what this immediately brings up in my mind?
What? That's it. That's how you fit the pumpkin in there. Oh man.
Okay. Is it funnier because it's a pumpkin getting squashed in a vagina, or is it funnier because she's a hippo?
I think it's funnier because her vagina is a hippo.
You took them and mixed them. That's good. I see what you did there. Okay. I think that's all I had.
I got a funny one we can share and probably end with.
Okay. Yeah. There might have been one more thing, but yeah, bring yours up and then we'll talk.
Let me pause this. It's real short, and the best part about it is that I love that it's short. Here we go. So this is the rating system: a 10, a 10, a 9.5, and a 10. Like this is one of the best dismounts of a bike I've ever seen. Check it out.
Okay.
No problem. I got it.
Right about there, he's like, what the fuck? Oh, I got it. Yeah, we're good. Play
style points.
Yeah,
style points that go along with that.
Exactly. It's like what he needs to do is someone needs to put the fucking Thug Life glasses.
And the little joint comes in.
Okay, so here are a couple of things I want your opinion on.
Okay.
It's in the vein of fat.
Oh, yeah. What the hell do they call that shape where it's like the spiral that just keeps on going?
Yeah, no, dude, it looks like a fucking avocado on toothpicks.
Yeah, I mean, it's an overly ripened avocado.
Or it looks like a pear. Like that's a pear. You know what I mean? It's not. It's that pear is rotten.
Well, it's like if the face wasn't there, tell me which one's the front and which one's the back.
Yeah, I mean we were talking about front butt.
Yeah, front butt
last week.
This is like all around butt.
Yeah, and even the face. Okay, this is another one. Lizzo shared a nude photo and video with a note about self-love.
Oh God, why does she keep doing this to herself? I swear to you, she is doing this just for the publicity. That's all it is. Like she does not give two shits at the fact that like people think that she's fat or that like she knows that it's like just in poor taste for like young people who might look up to her, or like, you know, because the fact is that there are a lot of young people who are like overweight, but like the fact that they're going to like either grow out of that, or they need to just kind of be influenced into like getting more physical with their life and like losing some of the poundage. But
Okay.
instead she's like, I'm going to get naked. I'm going to make this like we're proud of this now.
Okay, I do have to say, Trevor, you are clairvoyant or something, because you said looks like a flute player to me on this one, and then this is what we brought up next. That's fucking great. and then another thing, that's a fucking pancake. That is a thick Denny's pancake right there. That's fucking
a lot of fat people tend to have pancake titties. I'm like, I don't understand that.
Well, because it's the yeah, I don't even know how to explain that.
It's like, why doesn't the fat go there?
I mean, I got a little extra fat, and I mean, my titties aren't pancakes.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's like, you know, I think it's a little extra, a little bit extra.
Unnecessary. Oh, okay. And then also we were talking about I was telling you guys the flap titties. Yes, Trevor. Flap titties. Flapjacks. I was talking to you last time about the flaming Dr. Pepper.
Yes.
Okay. So let's do this and hopefully you can hear it. Here is, I found on my Vine. Remember Vine?
I remember Vine.
Yeah, I found this on Vine when I was looking through shit and trying to, I don't know why, when I was looking for Christmas presents for all my people, I found my Vine channel. Fucking ADD or something. I don't know. Here we go.
Yep, I can hear it. Whoa.
Pretty cool, right?
That is cool.
This is fucking really awesome. So so yeah, when that's what I told Chino that we were gonna get in. So I think I impressed. I think I impressed.
Yeah, that's good. And totally would.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, is there anything else that you had?
No, we're good for today, I think.
All righty. Let me see real quick. We bring up our little. All right, thank you all for tuning into the Whiskey Capitalist podcast. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, follow, and comment down below. Do it right now. Like
or else.
Hit the subscribe. What are you doing? Hit the subscribe.
I'm trying to move it. Trying to move it. I added it to stream. Whoops.
You're always trying to distract me. No, hit the like button right now. Hit the like button. Hit the like button if you don't like Hitler. That should be good. We should get a lot of likes on that one, right?
And it's like the one person just holding their face like, I don't know what to do.
Anyone that doesn't hit the like button right now, this is you.
Look at me. I'm Hitler.
All right. So
I'm Hitler. Except they cut it off.
But yeah, god damn it. So, okay, so we need to redo our fucking drops because StreamYard is doing something funky.
That's so annoying.
Yeah, it is. I mean, again, like I was saying, I like it because it eases it out of the clip, but then you have to add a little extra. And sometimes you can't just really add extra. There's other shit.
Yeah, all right. Extra second to the end of these clips now. Damn.
Later on, MMA Nut. Real quick before anyone leaves, just want to let you know, Monday next week is going to be our guest week. Yeah. We are going to have Steve Lynch.
Yep.
Steve Lynch on Monday, he ran for what in Pennsylvania again?
He ran for Northampton County Executive, which is actually kind of like just like a local government kind of position. But like what ended up happening was he ran and he did this speech, which it really triggered like almost like the world, because like this is the only time where a local election got covered internationally.
Yeah,
I was triggered. Is that? Oh, the world.
No, you said triggered, so it triggered me.
Oh yeah.
The trigger.
So like, what ended up happening was he said, because he's talking about the school boards and the school boards wanting to force mask mandates and like vaccination like requirements and this and that. So therefore, he was like, I need 20 strong men to go with me into the school board, and we're gonna either tell them that they need to leave or we're gonna escort them out. And so essentially that was like the big quote for him that like made him go viral. He was on like Newsmax, he was on Fox News, he's on like what did I say? He was going on Stu Peterson like show.
Yeah, I saw that. It's Stu Peters, yeah.
Yeah, he's going Stu Peters, and then he was like covered by like even like internationally as well, like when it came to like just like that quote essentially, and like his message, which was like we're not going to stand for this type of thing anymore. And some people
take it.
Yeah, and some people locally took that as like this like radical idea, but in reality, it's like, you know, it's kind of like a parent standing up like, no, like my kid needs to deserve to like grow up in a world that like is suitable, like, you know, and sustainable for them, you know, like where it's not gonna like have to jump through all these hoops that like, you know, as adults we have to deal with. So like I totally like understand where he's coming from with it, and I agree when it comes to that sentiment. So I think it's going to be a really interesting conversation. He was also in attendance over at the January 6th rally, which would be interesting to get some more information about that. You know, because like, you know, we tend to like always hear the stories, but we don't ever have somebody we can actually talk to that was there. And so like just being able to get that information, I think is so crucial.
I think that'll be quite interesting to be able to have someone on that was there. They can give the kind of inside information, and you know, and we can kind of go over that. It is probably going to be a little spicy, and I'm guessing that you know, we're going to be tiptoeing that line of what YouTube thinks is okay. And evidently someone likes our photo.
Yeah, I just blocked them.
Cool. Now I can't get rid of it.
Oh, you can't get rid of it?
Because you blocked it.
Oh no.
Okay, good. There we go. Thank you, MMA Nut, to the rescue. Thank you very much. Good God. We need a producer, so there's just one person fucking doing things.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, they like my photos. Come on. 69XXX site.
69 for 69.
But yeah, like, I think that's going to be a really interesting conversation. I think there's going to be moments that we're going to have to toe the line for YouTube.
Yeah.
But like we will definitely try to cover as much as we can the conversation between like his story of like going into politics as a father and whatnot, a family man, and then like how the campaign worked out for him, and then like obviously he lost the election, but they attacked him from all different types of angles, and it would be interesting to see like what he had to deal with when it comes to that, and then of course like what it's been like since, and if there's going to be any chance of him running again.
Yeah, so I think it'll be quite interesting to have that conversation with him. So that's going to be on Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. So that'll be a specific. Got to say it right. Gonna say that. I love when you're like, oh my God, my co-host is a fucking
specific. It's specific. Sorry, I have a lisp.
Oh, the only reason why I say things on this goddamn show is to get a reaction out of you, and
I love it.
It's great. So it just makes for good content. So, but I think that'll be good. It'll be good all around for him to get more of his message out and for what he has to say, and also be good for us to get some more viewers. So that's how the game works. Also, on Wednesday, we are going to be doing an interview, or just have, you know, Eric Kluber on the show. He's a California musician, a metal musician. He lives in Hollywood, and he was dealing with all of the lockdowns and, you know, not being able to play shows and, you know, do all that. So it'll be an interesting insight. There is an interview that I did on the channel. If you want to go look that up, that'll be awesome. He's going to be on Wednesday, and we're starting the show just a little bit later because he teaches music still. And so we're going to be starting 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. So that's going on a shirt at some point too. Put that on a shirt. But yeah, so we're gonna be doing that, and that'll be fun to talk about that. And he'll be on for, I think, about half the show, so we'll be able to get through some topics and kind of interview him a little bit, and then we'll go over some, you know, like we do, all the stuff going on with the what's going on with the news, and hopefully we'll have some more Twitter files to discuss with Steve and Eric. So and then are you doing you got a guest for some with Shawn this week, next week, or?
I'm working on it.
You are?
I mean, it'd be nice to have a guest come in, but like as of right now, I'm just planning on myself until I lock somebody down.
Sup, Trevor?
Yeah, Trevor, why don't you come on over and you hang out over Cav's Tav?
Yeah, exactly. You have earned the right, I think. So anyways, but with that, make sure you go to solo.to/thewhiskeycapitalist for all of our links and how to stay up to date with us and all of that. Check out bit.ly/thewhiskeycapitalist merch to check out our fully stacked merch store. Get all of our new shit. At the beginning of the new year, we will have new stuff going on and a new merch link, and all of that is going to be all under the Till Death Podcast Network as merch store. So I think that'll be great. Solo.to. So basically, so you can get all the merch from all of our fucking shows that are on there in one place, make it a little bit easier to pay everyone out. So solo.to/tildeathstudios. Go there if you want any digital design work. I have the new Movies America intro that all I have to do is put fucking sound effects to it, and it is done. It is good. Then go to solo.to/tilldeathpodcast for me and my wife's podcast. Any links having to do with that. I think next Saturday is when we're doing a new show. Go check that out. We just put up a new. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was gonna let you finish, but then I was gonna say, and then also in January we are going to be doing like the guest thing where it's like me and my wife are going to be joining you.
And what that show will be, I had to cut off our studio audience. They're fucking annoying sometimes.
Assholes.
Yeah, exactly. They're fucking annoying. It's like Friends with the fucking canned laughter. No, we're gonna be having y'all on, and it'll be great because you'll be able to have dirt on me, and I'll be able to have dirt on you. It'll be great.
That's right.
I'll bring cranberry juice. Make sure you go to solo.to/tilldeathpodcast for all of our links and all ways to get in touch with us. And
What is it, your period?
Yes, it is. It actually is. It's my period right now. I've got man pawns on. And Shawn, if you want to talk a little bit about what you do on Friday.
Yep, solo.to/I'm Shawn Cav for all of my links and socials, and then all things that are related to Sippin with Shawn. We have a few links in there currently for virtual tip jars for the Whiskey Capitalist and Sippin with Shawn. And then also there's a Fiverr gig on there where if you want to sponsor the show, you will not only get your ad read on the Whiskey Capitalist and Sippin with Shawn, we'll get it involved with Till Death Podcast and Movies America as well. So really, I only wrote 2 in the ad, but it really will end up being 4 shows, and then also spread out amongst like 10,000 followers online, whether it's between the multiple different social media platforms and whatnot. So your ad or your sponsorship goes a long way, and we appreciate you supporting the original content that we're creating here at the Whiskey Capitalist until the podcast network.
It will be awesome. And I do want to say thank you to everyone over there on Rumble that is watching us currently or has watched us on this episode or will watch it later. Just make sure you go smash the little plus, the little Rumble like button. It's, it's not a thumbs up, but I think Trevor sent a message to Rumble that the thumbs up was triggering to him. Yeah. So he had them do a plus.
It's just the thumb, the finger up.
Yeah, it's just the shocker or the spocker. Okay, so God, we're dumb. All right, so go check out at Movies America, www.moviesamerica.com. Like I was saying, I got his intro done or close to being done, about 5% away. And then, like what I was talking about earlier, we're going to be doing a release schedule here for January. So all of his past episodes will have video content put to the audio podcast content. And then we're going to be doing the new video content. We were talking about that and what he's going to be doing. So that will be awesome. We'll have not just political or dick jokes or marriage jokes. We're actually going to be doing reviews of movies. It's going to be great. Yeah. So check that out.
Real content for once.
Yeah, exactly. Not just, a bunch of idiots talking about fucking politics. Or, getting, accosted in a Chick-fil-A bathroom while trying to pee at a urinal. Go to @TillDeath Network on Twitter to get all of the umbrella of Till Death Podcast Network, all of that stuff. Go there, like all the stuff, do it all. And we still need to set up something with Culture Council. Still need to
I
do
know. I know. We will. We will.
that. I know. It's the holidays. That's just the way that I'm.
And they're busy guys.
Yeah, exactly. So, and go watch them. I think Sunday nights. I think it's Sunday. They might have moved it to Monday to come in on our fucking turf. So we might need to pull up with our 9s, bust some caps. I'm kidding, YouTube. Don't worry. No unaliving. But anyway, yeah, check them out. They're an awesome show and they're awesome dudes. And interesting conversations. But with that, we are going to sign off for the night. Did you have anything else to add, sir?
Nope, we're all good.
All right, cool. I think at this point in the show, Shawn just realizes Ian needs to shut up. So I'm definitely good. I'm good. So I think it's good.
Okay. Bye-bye. Home to mommy. Goodbye, everybody.
We'll catch you on Monday on the Whiskey Capitalist podcast. Later, guys.